What is up, everybody? I'm gonna wait till we get some people in here. I got some juicy footage that would not export. Oh, yes, we got it. I hope everyone is staying warm and having a squash-tastic day. Whoa, there's that darn fly. What's up, Harold? Howdy doody, buddy. I got all the lights off in this room because I didn't want no glare on the screen because oh, Tanze, Mama Bear Claw, me love you. Dog man, ow, buddy. Howdy doody. Lift your leg on that like. All righty. Hello, Raymond. All right, we're getting people in here now, so I'm going to start opening this up. All right. See, I didn't want to go dinkadooing through all the files, you know, that sucks. I figured I can, oh yeah, Dogman, Oklahoma, Crypto Search Team, that's my friend Harold. And Elder Medicine Bear Claw, she is a native elder medicine woman, the Blackfeet, and she is also my mother-in-law. Yes, she is my mother-in-law. She's a native elder. I have moderators in here. Certain, particular language, certain things said. This is a family-friendly setting, so certain things, Mama Bear Claw or my wife or certain people would delete. Do not be offended if it gets deleted. Just show respect to it and whatever. Don't get butthurt. You know what I mean? If someone wants to troll, go ahead. You're just going to get blocked. I don't go for trolls. If you're a troll, poo for you. Go see a gynecologist up your ziggy with a wah-wah brush. All right, let's open up the video editor. He said I'd be good. I can hear Dogman now. Troll end up coming in here. He'd be like, CP, hello. Dogman, CP watches all of my videos in the slowest setting. That would be the 0.25 setting. And she's pretty much, the best way to describe her, she's a visual analyst. She finds the stuff in my live streams, and that's where I'll get my pictures, She's the one who finds all my stuff for me. She's part of the team here. All right, come on, video editor, open. You give me a little swirly on my mic. There you go. But yes, this is I may not collab with a whole large amount, but I have a nice small unit that very respectful individuals. You know what I mean? We all respect each other. We watch each other's backs. It's how it is. Honestly, you should probably hop into the our Facebook thing. It's a private account. That's how we avoid trolls. We're very particular on who we let in. We don't take BS. As soon as we find out you're a troll in there, we kick you out. So, you're free to post anything that is related to the subjects. What did it boot? Like I said, we're all friendly. We don't do trolls. Nobody gets picked on here. It's all about love and respect. All right, the title of this, hang on, let me open her up. This was a series we did. I did 3 positions on this X structure, okay? I want to break this down so y'all understand. First position, number 1, was on a little stump, and Let me bring up the pictures. I'll show you where they were. But I had 3 positions. I had a trail camera facing this position, and that's what we went over last night. That was the second position. The first position was on the hill at this angle here, but the view was crappy because I was trying to hide my trail camera, and I had it on a stump and I camouflaged it. And pretty much the view was butt. You know, I wasn't expecting the view to be that horrible. You're pretty much looking under the X. That darn fly. I don't have a fly swatter. And then this position of the X is directly straight dead on. And what we're going to see here is miraculous. So I'm just going to let her play. I didn't make a fancy schmancy, but I do got my little opening thing that I do on here, you know. So I'll get her started. Let's check this out. Boop. Hello, Griff. Welcome. It's choppy because it's not, I didn't get a one export, so that's why it's a little choppy. Oh, they wanted me to show Charles little Josh. Griff, Elder Medicine Bear Claw, she's my mother-in-law. She's a native elder. Blackfeet. She's a medicine woman. She is also my mentor and guide with the Sasquatch studies. And trust me, I've gone a lot further in this with her by my side. Trust me, everybody who's followed me knows. When you bring native culture into the Sasquatch species around these regions, they treat you differently in a positive way. That's me. I lost weight since then. Look at that fat belly I had. Look at that geek. I'm walking around with my little selfie stick and a phone. Hey, look at me. I got a fat belly. I'm going to give Bigfoot some chitlins, a pumpkin. I'm going to put a bell up here and all kinds of crap and see if they like it. Sorry. I'm just trying to make fun. I have no clue how that turned like that. Because I don't know. I might have. I don't know. But, yeah, look how I do it. Boom. That's how I roll. Hey, what's up, AD Head Delusionalist? British Columbia. Cool beans. You know, this trail cam, it takes a photo and then it does a 10-second video. Just so you know, if you're wondering why it pauses like right here. There's that geek again. I'm allowed to make fun of myself. Oh, I was changing the batteries. So there's a bucket of chitlins up there. There's a bell hanging there, a fishing bell. There's a pumpkin right there. And it's up in there in that corner, in that wedge where the X is, that's a big jar of peanut butter. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that compliment. Thank you very much about saying awesome live. The reason I'm live is because when something cool happens on your SD card, it don't want to export. So I have to go live to share it. This guy here, he's the neighbor who lives up the road. He moved in that year when I set this up, and he was looking around because he's trying to figure out where the boundaries were so he can hunt. I got a hold of him and let him know where property lines were. And then I educated him about Bigfoot. Then he said he wanted to kill one. And I said, have fun killing what you ain't gonna see. See, look, how did all that come down? Look, and it didn't catch it. That's something that gets me. Ew, the guts fell out of the bucket too. Maybe the wind blew it off. Truth, maybe the wind blew, because the intestines are chitlins is hanging out the bottom of the bucket. Ew. I bet that stinks. That's potinky. For anyone who's never viewed me before, hello John P. I have only started sharing my data a year and a half ago. I have been interacting for 17 years with this species that you call Sasquatch. We call him Satanya. I have been feeding them bi-weekly, regularly, without fail, every time I go in those woods for 14 years now. Well, if I say 17 years, that's almost a lie, because April will be 17 years. So, yeah, 17 years will be in April of me interacting. Then I didn't start researching Bigfoot till about, I don't know, I started my YouTube channel a year and a half ago, and at that point I was studying the subject Bigfoot for 5 years. Because at first, they weren't close, I only seen them at a distance. I thought they were a bunch of inbreds, like the way they acted, looking around trees at me, and then I wave at them and they'd hide from me. I just thought they were inbreds or something. So, hills have eyes kind of stuff, hey. And until I got them on trail camera, and I thought they were apes. And then I became educated. And then I got guidance from my mama-in-law. Thank you, Mama Bear Claw. Straight up, I don't know how many people could bring up a straight up selfie of him sitting with a Sasquatch eating apples. That ain't no lie either. I didn't take the selfie though. I was on the phone with my boy Biggie. He's my bro. And he was taking screenshots while he was on the phone with me. If you want to see those, I don't know if it's on my videos or my shorts. It's called How Close Can You Get? Pictures are in order from the time when I turned my head and looked and it was walking in to where it sat down next to me. Yeah, I was sitting in a camping chair next to the fire, and he was sitting on his behind on the ground, and his head was by my shoulder with him sitting down. Thanks, Josh. For what? What are you thanking me for, brah? Hello, forest friends. Oh, they come close to me, mama. There's oh, no, I don't have my glasses on. For a second, I thought that one piece was... Yeah, there are turkeys. There's some turkeys. Hey, Forrest, how you doing? There, you guys want a good laugh? I'm afraid of birds. Straight up, I'm scared of birds. No lie. I'm not scared of Sasquatch. I'm not all that. Well, Dogman, they intimidate me, but I'm not afraid. You know, I still do it, but birds, they could pop your eyeballs out, fly away, and you don't get them back. And I suck at climbing, so I ain't going up a tree to get them. You want to see how good I climb? You can go in my shorts where I fell out of a tree on Father's Day and slipped a disc. You don't need to be afraid. They're not going to touch you. And if they do touch you, they're just going to poke you, let you know they're there, and they get in your head, mess with you. It's not them you got to worry about. It's the other things. But I don't like birds. I got laughed at on my one live stream because I'm weird. Like, people, they hate going in the woods with me. Like, they want to take the regular trails. I'm like, screw that. There's a tree break right there, so I'm going to follow the direction of that tree break. So I go through the tree breakaways, and I'll see a little deer trail, and you know how they got the short little tunnels through the brush? I'll get on my hands and knees and crawl through all that, jaggers and all. I don't care. And I don't know, Bushman the Barbarian. That's what half of my friends call me. That's right, because if you show fear, you emit that pheromone. And then when you emit that pheromone of fear, you're telling them that fight or flight's going to kick in. And then from that point on, they have to anticipate what your next move is going to be. That's why whenever you have a face-to-face encounter with a Sasquatch, you'll notice that they're going to stand there with their legs apart. Anybody who had an encounter will know this. They will stand there, they will sway side to side, and they will ball their fist up, clench them and loosen them, clench them and loosen them, and it will stare at you. And then another one will be off to the side, because this happened to me before. There'll be another one off the distance. They'll bust a stick or hit a tree or something like that to make you turn your head. As soon as you turn your head, that other one's gone down the ravine. You didn't even see it leave. They're fast. That face-to-face with Chaka, that they scared the hell out of me. I thought she was going to punch me the way she was clenching her fist and releasing them and rocking side to side. I was like, damn. I didn't know what to do. I just stood there. And then I heard a branch break to my right, and I looked that direction, and then she just peeled ass down the hill, down into the ravine. Gone. Poof. Like a fart in the wind. And I want to thank everybody that's in here right now who is remain respectful in chat. I'm very grateful for this. And if anybody has any questions for me, by all means, please ask me. Please, by all means, ask me anything you want. You have ancient energy, great leader like Goddess herself. Is this a clan you interact with often? Forest friend, yes, I have been interacting with this clan for 17 years, and that will be in Easter, will be 17 years interacting with this clan. It started off rough. It started off as them following me through the woods, tree peeking at me, me calling them inbreds and waving at them, and then it turned into them throwing rocks at me and then me having to wear body armor when I went into the woods. Literally, I would wear body armor because they would pelt me with big rocks and stuff, and then I started gifting them, and after I started gifting them, everything started mellowing out, and then it got to the point where they liked me. Let me see what else. Question. What's the question? Squash topic. Do you have any UFOs close by? I don't remember what month it was. My bro Biggie from the Great Outdoors Biggie YouTube channel, he came and spent a week out here with me. His wife came as well. She stayed up at the house with my wife and my father-in-law and all them. And when we were in the woods, it was 1:30 in the morning. it came in from the left, a light. Like literally, it was like the sun came up or something. The whole woods was so bright. It was daylight. I mean, and we had our fire going, we had our spotlights on and everything, and we just turned all our lights off. We were like, dude, what the hell? Is it daytime already? And then we got our stuff packed up and we headed up the hill. We thought it was daytime. So we headed up the hill. We was going to go up and go rest. And then everybody on the balcony started talking about the light that came because then it got dark again. It was crazy. It got dark, but when it got dark, the light moved across to the right. And then what was weird, though, ever since that night, there was this red orb that's been traveling around my woods. And now I have this weird thing that I don't like talking about it because I don't know enough about it to truly say. But from the photos that were sent to me from my live streams when this thing was stalking me. And I mean, these are from live streams. You know what I mean? You ain't hoaxing this shit. This thing changes shape. It looks like a reptilian without a tail, but then it changes its damn shape. I don't know what it is. It has 3 toes. Yes, full body armor. I wore a level 6 EOD suit when I went in. I had the face shield. I had the arms. Seriously, it was a full-scale EOD, upper body, torso, all the way down to the groin cover. Yes, the red orbs, Avenger, the red orb, I've never seen those until after that lights came in the sky. I've always seen blue. I've seen like a turquoise, going into like a greenish color. I've seen the white. I've seen bars of light that were yellow. I've seen white bars of light. I've seen double bars of light that move and then they flicker. And then they're like 20, 30 feet further than they could have been in like within less than a second after they flicker. But the one time I was down there in the hammock, and Weasel was there too, there were 5 Sasquatch there that day, and they were going through the leaves and they were eating the big millipedes that were in there, and those light bars were coming up the hill, and they literally, the one male that was up on the ridge, it was a white male. He seen them coming up, and he did a swift come on motion with his arm. They all stopped what they were doing and they left. I consulted Mama Bear Claw about the subject, and she told me what it is, but due to native culture, there's certain things that we're not to disclose. So I am obligated to respect that law. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to speak of what that really is, because being that I'm married into the natives culture, I have to respect their laws of their ways. Hello, Castle Dude. We should be getting, what's the timestamp on this right now? 50. We should be getting close to where it gets weird. Thank you. Love is awesome. Spread the love. Seriously, if you don't have love in your heart, if you're a squatcher, seriously, you go in those woods with a negative attitude, you ain't gonna get nothing but negative feedback. You go in there with love in your mind, and you bring gifts of apples, love, nutrition, prosperity. You get it in return. For every cause, there's an effect. If you want love, you got to give love. You know what I mean? Seriously. Like, there's been things that's happened down there. I don't have it on film, so I ain't going to talk about it much. But there's things that I've seen happen with trees that when I do my tree knocking, when I feed the Sasquatch down there, sorry about the wind hitting the trail cam. When I do my tree knocks, I do 2 knocks to represent food. I will only hit a tree that is detached from the ground. If it has roots that are attached to the ground, I will not hit that tree with the knocker. I don't know. Through my research, I've obtained a kind of a weird respect for nature. I can't say weird, but I have a high level of respect for nature. Anybody in here don't know, Jessica is my wife. Jessica Rose. Hi, baby. Sexy lady. Can I get your number? Oh, crap. I already got that on my phone. Yes, I am a married man. Please do not hit on me. Do not message me saying you want me, because I will tell you I am married. And I am faithful. Look, right here. Look in that corner. Watch that corner. You see that flaring coming in on the sides? It looked like hair's flaring in. Look at that. You can barely see it. Hey, Christy. Oh, yeah, dog man. We better lift that kilt up, baby. Sion's just kidding. Look, you can see that right there in that corner. That purple that's going on. That's weird. Hello, Henry. Seriously, I'm trying so hard to get my father-in-law to let me interview him. He was a flyboy in the Navy. I forgot what years, but he was, I don't know if it was BP or BV or something. Oh no, 56. But his plane was on a documentary because he used to go from Pensacola up to Virginia, I think, Norfolk. And they would patrol the Bermuda Triangle area. His plane and, their crew and everything disappeared off of 3 radar screens. And whenever they look at that, you see what I'm talking about? And whenever they were in there, the plane was flying by itself. They couldn't operate the plane. It was doing it on its own. It used 0 fuel. The whole time it was in the triangle, it used 0 fuel because it was in there for 28 minutes. And they had 28 minutes more fuel than they should have when they got to Norfolk. And then the whole time they were there, their compasses were tracking, looking for magnetic north. They couldn't find it. I'm going to shut up from there, honestly, because other things he's told me, it's not my place to say. That's as far as I can go. But yeah, my father-in-law, he patrolled the Bermuda Triangle when he was in the Navy. I know a lot of that's declassified now, and I want to get so badly. I want to interview him on that because I think that would be awesome. I think Mr. White would enjoy that too. He serves Navy, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's Mr. White. There's a lot more than the compasses that go on in there. A whole lot more. Yeah, he's. I know quite a bit. It's just certain things I'm not entitled to say. Oh, you're a Navy brat. I mean, the things he said, I'm just not entitled to say. But, he said as soon as they got back to barracks and when they got their debrief done, he said the Admiral walked into that room after debrief was completed because each man was debriefed separately. And that's the look at this. That's the recording on my trail camera. I don't know why it beeps like that when it's recording. It goes beep, beep. Biggie! What's up, brother? That's my bro. You got in just in time, bro. It just opened up. Oh, wait till you see how that energy gets. It gets crazy. I've been sitting on this card for 1.5 years. I've been trying to export it. I've tried many different sources to export this into a video format, and it'll let me get this far, but it won't let me export it. I left that to see if a Bigfoot would come and take it instead of deer did. Of course you did, Biggie. You were the first person to see it. Dogman, Great Outdoors Biggie is my research partner. He's also my closest friend. He's my bro. He's a fellow researcher. He's based in Michigan. He came out to my spot twice, 10-day spurts. So he's got almost a whole month in with me out here. He was with me when that light came. The Great Outdoors Biggie. He was with me when that light came at 1:30 in the morning and lit the woods up. He was with me. He's my witness. He's seen all kinds of crap go down in my woods. His native name is Sangha. Biggie. Boom, 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 boom. It's Biggie. Boom, 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 boom. Great Outdoors Biggie. Biggie's a really good guy. The video that I was live, whenever the guy that was sitting on the ground busting those sticks up, showing my kids how to chop down firewood, that was Biggie. They call him Uncle Biggie. Kids love him. So you got receipts. Should I put them on my channel, Josh? Receipts? What kind of receipts? Oh, hello, Ann. I just seen you in Dogman's chat earlier. Dogman, what you talking about, bro? Oh, well, nobody attacks me here, man. And if they come at me with some bullcrap, I just straight up kill them with kindness. You know what I mean? Oh, is somebody picking on you? Whom? Oh, well, anybody picks on you here, dude, I got moderators, they'd be out. I don't go for that crap here. Straight up. Straight up. I don't go for that shit here. Somebody starts with you here, dude, it's done. Bunk, boop. I got your back. Ain't nobody picking on you here, man. Not on my channel. I don't go for that crap. You're good. I got you. Boop. What it is, Dogman's channel, what happened was there's some people who go around and they were disrespecting people for their thank you, Dogman. What it is just channels that would have people on and they degrade you and make fun of you and hurt your feelings, and they verbally assault you for your findings or for your experience or for the emotion that you display from it. And they totally ignore the psychological standpoint of it, that everybody is affected differently from different things. And they don't understand that things aren't meant to be a joke. To me, Those are people who used to bully kids out of their lunch money. Now they're grown. There's legal ramifications, so they gotta find other loopholes to get their feel for picking on someone, so they get to be the big boy. You know what I mean? Uh, let's see, face to face, I handle that one way. Through my channel, I gotta handle it through kindness. But I don't go for that crap here, man. Nobody's gonna mess with you here. I don't go for that. So I'm straight up. You see how many wrenches I have in here? Mama, Biggie, Harold, Jessica. You see anybody coming in here? Because there's people who follow Dogman around when he watches stuff and they come in and start trolling on him. Seriously, I've seen it. I've seriously seen it in other chats. He went on the Miss Jessica Decrypted Huntress thing, and someone started with him in there, and then that person that started with him turned around and blocked him out of the chat, and then Jessica couldn't go in and stop her show to let him back in, and that was bullcrap. You know, these people are bullying, and they're mad at him because, thank you, I know you're watching, Mama. And what happens, he called these people out on it. And then they started attacking him, so he defended himself. And the way he defended himself was kind of funny. It made me laugh. But truth be truth, it is what it is. But Squatch Topic's not a battleground. It's a learning experience. And that's that. No bullies allowed. Got your back here, bro. And everybody in here has your back, bro. That's what it is, man. You're exactly right, Biggie. It's an ODU shit show. Oh, I know you are, dog, man. I know what you're about. Hey, Christy. Soon to be Mrs. Harold. Sorry I ain't gonna be able to make it to your wedding. You live too far away. That cast that, hey Christy, you could take the Bigfoot cast that I sent you on my cast giveaway. Take that Bigfoot cast I sent you and put it on a little prop and pretend it's me standing there. See, start putting apples and whole corn, the dry stuff, draw out the critters. Oh, if only you knew the stuff that I leave them, Mr. White. What, Jess? She says, wow, really, what? Uh-oh. I leave them apples, pears. They do not like oranges. I don't know why. They don't like oranges. They don't like potatoes. Didn't try onions. They like Slim Jims, Jack Lanks. Does what work? What did I do to get in trouble? Tennessee, what's happening, buddy? What, you talking about that 21-inch cast that Biggie got out here that him and I tracked for 4 days? Dude, what are you talking about, Mickey? I've got pictures of cloaked entities, whatever you want to call them. I have photos of dogmen. I have photos of Sasquatch. I have hair. I have a pile of crap. I have that turd was huge. I even gave Biggie some of it. I have oh man. I got casts. I have hair samples, saliva sample. I have two dental casts. Yeah. The one dental cast came from an apple that had a rotten spot in it. And we used the condom to hold the apple and the plaster in there. And then the other mouth cast that I got was from a pineapple that had a big bite taken out of it. I buried the pineapple up to the top where it was, and then I poured the plaster in, and I had a wall built around it. But yeah. Hey, at least I'm not out there licking the round wet spots on the tree. Thank you. I've been doing it for 17 years almost. Well, you have to bring it up. Oh, he has the cast now. Hey, what's up, Patriotic? Yeah, I don't know if this is a portal. I don't know if it's an energy field. I don't know what it is. A manifestation. But Biggie reviewed these and he found something in a 2 frames and still shots. Good evening. Please don't call me sir. Oh Lord, I don't like being called sir. Towards the end, this changes color. Literally, it starts pulsating, and then when it's doing that, well, when it's in this black form, I don't know what frame it is. I have the still shot in my photo apps, but there's a clear face coming out of the black void from that tree right there, in that one. And then in that other frame, when that's changing color, I'll switch hands on my cover. Right up in here, there is a clear face. You can clearly make out you everything. Sir, you ain't listening. Which sir? I'll show those pictures after this is over. I'll definitely show them. I'll pull up my Bigfoot files. I just gotta get into my thing. You seen eyes? I don't have my glasses on right now. I'm looking at the phone. It's right in front of me. I'm reading the chat. Jaw, I'm calling you sir. I know you're calling me sir. Yeah, I know I got Squatch poo. He was up in the tree when he pooped. Bro, remember when you and I were at camp and that Squatch was up in that tree, and we even got the pictures of him up in the tree too, and he pooped and he stunk us out of camp? Oh, okay. I'll have to rewatch this on the TV later. I don't review my footage, honestly, normally. Yeah, I gave when Biggie came out, I gave him my best cast for his birthday gift. I gave him half the Bigfoot crap I got. I gave him a hair sample. Gave him all kinds of stuff. Biggie's my brother, man. Love him. Pooh want to stick it. Pooh for you. I saw a body and a face in the top. Wow. Was that all within that black void thing going on? Do you think we would see more poop? Actually, ask Biggie. He's been in my woods. Ask my wife, ask my kids. There is Sasquatch crap all over those woods when near the trees. Seriously, these turds are bigger than your shoe. I've slipped on one and fell before. It wrapped around my shoe the whole way up to around my laces. See, you're on the same page as me, Mama. It's just, I don't want to directly say that it's a portal, and then people be like, oh, you can't claim that. You can't claim that. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying it with a skeptic mind. I know what this is. I know damn well what this is. Yes. This is what, 40, 50, 60 feet away from my camp? From where my hammock is? I lay in my hammock. Seriously, I lay in my hammock. I watch these light phenomena happen from my hammock. And I don't have the money for that. I wish I knew how. I would lay in my hammock. Like, when you see these videos where it says eye shine or orb, and it's on my night vision, that's me chilling in my hammock, just sitting here recording stuff like that happening on my night vision. Seriously. But it would be like that, how that light was. But look, everything's normal again. Like nothing happened. How do you explain this stuff? Oh my God, Harold, dude, you cracked me up. Forrest, our visual analyst CP, she watches this at the 0.25 speed. She's going to be sending me a bunch of screenshots, I guarantee you. I'm going to have to make a video out of it. Yeah, Biggie, the hair sample I gave him, he put them up on his channel with a microscope. I don't know. You know, I give my casts away. Like, seriously, like, to me, if I want to cast that, all I got to do is go for a walk in the woods and track them. They're there. I just got to buy plaster. To someone else, that can mean the world, you know? That's why I do cast giveaways and stuff. CP's is going to be getting mailed out within the next week here. She's getting the one that has the black walnut in the hill. Where it stepped on the walnut and flipped out and tore ass through the thickets and was flipping out. It's nice of you. Well, it's just, I like to make people happy. You know, I'm not an asshole. Well, it depends. Depends how you treat me. I pick it up and sniff it. No, I poke it with a stick and then I sniff it. I ain't gonna lie. Of course I sniff it. You know what I mean? When I see a big pile like that, all right, straight up, you can laugh at me all you want. I will take a stick. I will poke that pile of crap and I will sniff it. I will put my hand above it to see if there's heat radiating off of it, to see how fresh it is, and I will smell it. And the reason it's smelling is because you can tell the protein levels that are in it by the way it smells. Higher protein level tells you a carnivore level. You feel me? That tells you if it's a potential threat or not. You do, I hear it in your voice and the way you respond to your wife. Huh? You do, I can hear it in your voice and the way you respond to your wife. Huh? Me lost. I'm allergic to latex. I used to. Oh, I'm a nice bird. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I used the purple gloves or the blue ones. Oh, well, I ain't got no reason to lie. You know, what happens in the woods is what happens in the woods. It is what it is. If something happens, something happens. If it don't, it don't. You know, people get mad at me and like treat me like crap if they see a video and there's no Sasquatch activity in it, and they get all ignorant with me. I'm sorry. I clearly state I release 100% of what I do in the field. I do not hoax. If I was hoaxing, hell yeah, you'll have something in every video. But I'm not down for that crap. If they're there, they're there. If they're not, they're not. What means where? God. What am I zooming for, buddy? I just screwed it all up, didn't I? It said zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Well, what it is a lot of time the hoaxers are the ones that are begging you for the money. Then they want you to pay extra money so you can see their fake stuff. I mean, no offense. That's what it is. I won't take a dime from you unless you force me to take a donation. I don't want your money. I pay my own bills. You pay your bills. Simple as that. My equipment breaks. My fault. I have to do without it until I can save up to replace it. It is my responsibility and my own. My channel, it is my obligation to support it, not yours. You ain't never gonna see me on here begging for $1. Now, if you want to, now if I get a store going, if I get merchandise where you can buy hats and stuff like that's a different story because you're actually getting something for your money. You know what I mean? That's a transaction. But as far as someone just throwing money at you and saying, "Oh, yeah," no, you ain't gonna go to Comcast cable company and be like, "Hey, man, I just wanted to stop in the office and give you $10 because you guys have good service." It's free. That's right. Fix it, minute or do it out it. And I got a lot of money tied up. I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This trail camera that we're looking at, these are my cheap ones, and I get the best footage on these ones. My expensive trail camera sucks. I use FLIR thermal, and there's turkey, and everybody knows FLIR, forward looking. You know, that ain't cheap. I have several different night vision units that record. I'm a gearhead. I collect gear. It's sad I have all this gear and I don't have enough hands for it. Give away free stuff. That's cool. I'm sure someone would appreciate that. Look at that deer. You want to eat my pumpkin. See, some went after them chitlins. I didn't even notice that. Something went after them chitlins and we never caught it. The chitlins are gone. Yeah, you can hold down on the name and it takes you straight to your channel. But if you want to put your channel links in here, feel free by all means. I'm not shady like that. But if you put your channel on here and you start being a douchebag and start bullying somebody, boop, it's going away. Simple as that. You want respect, give it. You give me respect, I respect you. Isn't that a beautiful creature? Oh, both of you are beautiful. Y'all lucky we got grocery stores and butchers. I like venison. Yes, Biggie does have a channel. He is my research partner. Him and I collaborate on everything. Seriously. I wish I could make it out to Michigan. I don't have that luxury. But he's been to my spot. He's got like 20 days in on my spot with me. You go on his channel, you can even see where he's at videos of him with me, and then where we go live together and stuff and talk about what happened. It's crazy stuff. But as far as me though, I don't talk about stuff unless I have proof to back it up. Cause I ain't setting it so no troll could back me into a corner. Road trip having backstrap and eggs. Ain't that the truth? Oh, that's my favorite part of the deer, Mr. White. I love backstrap with some extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of Italian seasoning on that bad boy. Woo. Woo, woo. Videos of you and me. We did the split screen stuff, bro. Look at that beautiful deer eating my pumpkin. Hey, Buck, that ain't for you. That was for Chaka, you douchebag. Get your mange off of that and give it back to Bigfoot. I like this short. When Biggie came out here, we made two shorts that I liked when we were together. The one, my favorite one, it was pouring down rain and that wind was blowing. Yes, mama. And he was acting like a weatherman. That was funny. And then when he first got here, I was standing behind him because I'm only 5'3". I'm 5'4". Oh my God, I lost an inch. That's the way I did that. I'm 5'4", and I was standing behind him, and you couldn't even see me. So I was jumping up and down, flapping my arms behind him when he was talking. Yeah, we don't care if it's pouring down rain, snowing. We'll go out there as long as those trees ain't talking to you. Those trees are creaking. Yes, mama. Until they hear you. You remind me of the Kool-Aid Man. Oh, yeah. I love it. That's because he gains an inch when his boots are on. There you go. Oh, I'm sorry, Mama. You're right. I didn't watch my language. You were correct. Apologies if I led any offense. Yeah, my kids might watch this later. I gotta watch my language. Laugh at me. That was the dog man. He's gonna roll up the newspaper and smack me nose. Oh crap! He picked on Susie for snorting. Now he knows I snort. Crap! Oh crap! I need to quit laughing. Yes, ma'am. You misspelled snorter. Oh, my face hurts from smiling now. My cheeks. I'm necking though. I haven't hit my vape one time since I've been here. Where'd I put my vape at? There it is. Oh. Anybody in the chat, when they say snorter, it's not the illicit kind. It's the laughing, like, wink wink snorter, like. I just want to clarify that. That deer's really digging in, ain't he? John, somebody just come in? Hey, take a bell. I didn't see you come in. How are you doing? Hey, John P. I wanted to ask you. I saw one of your videos. Did you record that video of that hominid that was walking through that brush? Or was that someone else's footage? Like, I'm just curious. Vision's a beautiful dog. It really is. That's a nice sized pumpkin I left there too. I like when you leave a pumpkin out after Halloween. You know, you cut it all out, the cool face in it and all that. And then you leave it out and then the squirrels come out after it starts stinking up. Squirrels, they start eating it and they get drunk off it, and you watch them climb up by the tree and then they start falling backwards and they hang on by their little back toe. Little drunk squirrels, that's funny. I'm glad I don't use alcohol. I'd be a bloody mess. I don't need that crap in my body. Poof! He did a vanishing act. Merlin came. He says, "Dear, you're becoming a glutton. Poof! Be gone." Oh, man. It looks like it's raining. It looks so dreary. I think it's raining in this scene. Liver, bloody mess. Biggie, you know I hang liver in the trees for the dog men out here. I go around camp. I go probably about 15, 20 feet away from camp, and I'll take 2 packs of liver and I'll hang strips of liver in the trees all around my camp. And then the Bigfoot gifts, though, they go in the camp. You know, I don't put the dog man gifts in the camp. I could keep them on the outsides. I don't know. Oh, here comes the glutton. I wonder if he got shot this season. It'd be nice if he didn't. Let him grow. All right, AD. It was nice having you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a safe trip to work, and you have a squatch-tastic evening. I hope your job's not boring and it goes quick tonight. I know when work gets slow, it just drags. Hey, baby, we didn't spend too much money on that pumpkin, did we? That wasn't meant for a deer. But then again, it's my fault because I didn't put it in my standard gifting spot. I noticed that whenever I have a designated gifting spot in the woods, and it's right by my camp. If I put my stuff anywhere else, they don't touch it. Thanks, Biggie. Oh, okay. But yeah, they didn't touch any of these gifts. I don't know what took the chitlins out of the bucket. Trailcam didn't pick it up, but they like that one spot. That was a cute face that looked at the camera. Beautiful creature. Yeah, they do like bells. I won't gift them marbles no more. I learned from my mistake. See, here's the X, dog man. There's the X there. Here's the path right here to go out. And the night I had that non-believer here, it was his first night. And this is just right up the slope from camp. He didn't believe in him. And he came out because his goal was to debunk my channel and prove to his friends that I was nothing. So he's sitting there. I was actually live. And he was standing there looking up the hill. So I walked over to him. I'm like, what are you looking at? He's like, there's a possum or something up there. I see ice shine. I'm like, nah. Yeah, every marble I gave them, they throw them at me. They got me somewhere sensitive the one day. And I said, I'll never give you a marble again. Welt me there again. Well, what happened was I told him to keep watching it. Then it got up to a crouching position. And he's like, oh, it's a deer. I said, you keep watching it. I said, that's a chaka. He's like, what? As soon as he stood up, his face turned pale as a ghost. He broke a sweat. His eyes dilated and tears started coming out of his eyes. He snatched his sleeping bag out of his hammock and he flung it down on the ground, like right next to the fire, like it was touching the rocks of the fire pit. Like he could have caught himself on fire. And he stayed in there the entire night. And I'm out there. Like if you go on my shorts, there's two that are back to back. It's called the Chaka Call and then the results of the Chaka Call. Yes, he did. As soon as that sun came up in the morning, he left. And he would have left that night, but they were on this trail right here blocking him off. And he was begging me to stop calling him because I'm sitting there with bags of apples in my hands going, Chaka, ka, ka, ka. God got your apples. That's how I talk to the Bigfoots, you know. I talk to them like that, like a kid. And they're coming in closer and closer and closer. They're like right at the edge of camp in the shadows, and they're shaking the bushes and everything. And he's like, quit calling them. They're close enough. And I'm like, nah, man. He's like, they're demons. I'm like, they're not demons, man. You look how they move. I'm like, they're just a different species, man. But yeah, Biggie had an incident right around. If you come down this and you turn, he had an incident where he was surrounded. I had two vapes. It was cold out, and I had a vape up at the house, and I had a vape on my gear. Well, the vape on my gear froze. Biggie knows how I am. I run in these woods with no lights at night when I'm not live. We're recording, or sometimes when I'm recording on full spectrum, seriously, straight up, you cannot tell the difference on my full spectrum camera when I have total lights out and when I have lights on, because I have IR illuminators running the whole time. Like 80% of the time when I'm IR, if you don't see me kick that light on, you don't see that beam moving, I'm in the dark. But because I watch the gray between the tree lines, I look for movement between the trees. I adjust with the moonlight. But Biggie was up here, and I was like, bro, my vape froze, man, and I'm nicking. I need to go up to the house and get my other vape. I was like, you going to be cool? He's like, yeah, I'm cool, man. They're chill. I was like, all right. And then there was 8 of them. No lie, there was 8 of them because they were chilling down there, you know? And they had like a circle around us, and that two of them stepped aside and left an opening for me to go up this path to let me go. I walked up past them, going up this path, and I turned around and I looked back at him. I said, Biggie, are you sure you're going to be okay, bro? And he said, yeah, I'm cool, man, go. As soon as he said that, they closed that circle in, and in uniform, they did not speak to each other. They all took one step forward on him, all in unison, as if a commanding officer said, one step forward, march. Swear to God, they all took one step forward on him. And then he looked back at me. He says, bro, I feel like you just threw me in the lion's den. You have to stay. You want a Newport? I'm like, man, I don't want to smoke your cigarettes. He's like, no, I'll give you a cigarette. I was like, all right, I'll stay. And then time goes by, they back off, and everything got mellowed out. I'm like, dude, I don't want your cigarettes. I'm not a mooch. I'm going to go up and get my other vape. He's like, all right, cool. So as soon as I said that, I started walking up the hill. I turned around and looked at him. I'm like, you all right, buddy? He's like, yeah. As soon as I said that, the dog men started sounding off. And you could hear them. They started howling. They started doing that. It's like a, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a howl with a whistle in it. With a, I don't, it's different. And then the bigger ones have a tone. It's almost like a human mimicking a dog with a little bit of a whistle to it. I just don't know how to explain it. And they just started doing their stuff. And then we looked at each other. I was like, Sasquatch is one thing. I can't leave you alone down here with the pack of dog men, bro. Because they roll in a pack here. Tanzi, hello. Pretty much saying hello. How do you do? Hi. Oh, hi. You know, when you see the Native on movies, when they portray Native Americans, they always go, oh. No, it's, oh. Tanzi. Hi, how you doing? Never leave a person behind. Whoop. I agree. 100%. It was a test, though. They gained, seriously, they got Biggie's respect. Seriously, they did. He earned their respect. It was funny. He took chocolate. So he won him over. He gave him a bunch of chocolate. He gave him a whole big bag of chocolate, Hershey's. And then they tore his, they ripped his, we left camp. He had this big tote. And it was a big plastic tote with locking lid. And we're up there at the house charging all our stuff up for our cameras. And I'm like, Biggie, listen, because you can hear right over the hill. They were going through our stuff. And straight up, you hear them rip. They ripped his locks off of his tote. Like, because they didn't know how to open it. They literally ripped his locks off of his tote, went through all his stuff, and stole his truck keys. And they kept them for 24 hours because then the next night they went back through his stuff and then they put them back. Then another time we went up to the house, it started raining and my gear was laying out in the open. No lie, my gear was laying out in the open, dog man. And when we came back down to camp so I could put my stuff under the tarp so it didn't get ruined, they had already put my stuff where it belonged in the cases it belonged in. And then Biggie looked at me. He says, wow, dude, they got mad respect for you here. I have never seen any type of Sasquatch treat a human like this. It's many, 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 many years of trying and trying and trying, and it finally paid off. But it don't work when the cameras are running. I don't get it. But they don't realize when that task cam is running. I don't know. It's like they could see that IR. They know when your night vision is running. They can see it. They know when you're recording. They can sense it. But they cannot tell when you have that audio device running. But when they get close, it starts getting a staticky sound, like an interference sound to it. Seriously, it does. You can hear it on my audio tracks. Yeah, I know they grabbed your butt. I am here straight up. Dog man, you will never believe this, dude. Seriously, in my spot, the dog men run with the Sasquatches. I have earned all their respects, and I try not to mess it up. When Biggie and I was at camp, oh, it was a deer. That literally, he tried to pet one, and I had to stop him. That's why I want you to camp with me so bad, dog man, so you can have this experience. Like literally, Biggie almost petted a dog man. It literally was laying on the ground right there at camp. And then a Bigfoot grabbed his booty. No lie. I am not lying to you. You catch them a lot in the trees. They like being in the trees. Hell, I had a Bigfoot carry me up the hill. When I fell off that tree, I slipped a disc and I was trying to climb up this hill and it was so muddy and I couldn't get up the hill. And because my back, like literally, you could ask Biggie, like, anyway, I went live. I had handprints to prove it with fingerprints and everything because we extracted the fingerprints. That Sasquatch that I post pictures of, Gizmo, he grabbed me by the back of my belt and shirt, picked me up like a, you know what I mean? Like I was a bag, carried me up that slope. And I went back and got pictures of where my drag marks from my feet were because my feet were dragging. And then his footprints are embedded into that ground. He dragged me up the hill and picked me up. Carried me up that hill with my feet dragging. And then when we got to that top of the hill, he dropped me like a pile of potatoes. That hurt like hell. That really hurt bad. And then when we got up to the house, my wife noticed that there was prints on the back of my shirt because I was wearing a black shirt. And we was on the phone with Biggie, and he told us to, what do you call it? Put a tape on it to extract the prints, and we did that. Heck yeah. Yeah, they do call you a screamer. On the EVP, every time you walk past that tree, EVP said he's a screamer. God, I love EVPs. I do that too now and then. I do EVPs sometimes, but sometimes the EVP freaks me out. Oh, Biggie, you're my witness. Tell them what you took pictures of at the campfire. What did you take pictures of sitting with me? Because I mentioned it earlier. Because you weren't here yet. I want them to hear it from you. Oh, and that face came out. That was some freaky. I've seen that before. I just didn't tell people about it. Yeah, does EVP say my name? It says your name. It says your mother's name. Okay, Mama. Love you. Biggie, tell them what you took pictures of when I was by the fire, when you were on the phone with me. Because I mentioned it before you came in. I won't play with nada. I know, but it really happened to me. Yeah, that's why I don't hit trees that have roots attached to the ground. It messed with my head. When I tree knock, I only do it on down trees like how these are down here. Many blessings, Mama. Love you. Mama Bear Claw is a very good woman. She's very wise. And she has a very big heart. She's a good woman. I ain't gonna lie, she treats people sometimes better than they deserve to be treated. Now, I want to bring something to attention here. I took a video, heart-to-heart talk with Josh. Oh, yeah, dude. You talking about when I stood up and I was ready to fight that one Bigfoot, bro? That one that was throwing stuff at, I was ready to fight him. I don't care how big you are. My foot might not reach you there, but my hand will hit you there. I'll get you into Jubilee somehow. Shoot. I know that spot hurts at least. I don't care how big or bad you are. I ain't going down without a fight. You might kill me, but I ain't going down like a punk. Simple as that. Dude, that night, Biggie, that night when that happened, I don't know what happened to me psychologically, but right after that happened, I don't know why. When I went in the house and went in the room, like I couldn't stop shaking. Like I felt my body was shaking and I felt my guts shaking, man. Like I was so revved up on adrenaline, I couldn't stop shaking. And then when I went in the bedroom, I sat on the bed and I just broke down crying, dude. No lie. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I broke down crying like a little 2-year-old child. I don't know why. I was sobbing like my mother just died. I had an emotional breakdown when that happened. I just started crying. I couldn't stop. I don't know what happened. It was weird. I stood up to the Sasquatches, told them I wasn't afraid of them and stuff. You want to kill me? That's cool. Let's do it. I'll go down like a soldier. And I stood up to them. And then whenever I went back in, I just broke down crying and I had like a breakdown inside. That was crazy. Like it hit me emotionally. Like I was shaking so bad, I felt my guts shaking. That's real stuff there, man. I'm telling you, when you're surrounded by a clan of them, dude, you standing up to their belly buttons. I mean, you're looking up to them. You know, you're standing there on the deck. They're on your roof. They're down in your yard. They're on the garage side roof. You're surrounded, dude. And all their eyes are shining, looking down at you. Seriously. I had a heart-to-heart talk with them. I told them how I felt. I told them how I felt about the way they was treating me. And I told them they had a problem. Let's bang, pretty much. I laid it out. No guns, no weapons, nothing. I didn't have nothing on me. I didn't have nothing on me. You will never see me on a Sasquatch expedition. You will never see me carry anything that pertains gunpowder. Never. They smell it. When they smell gunpowder, they turn mean. Swear to God. That's when they start getting mean with you. That's where bad encounters come in. They smell that powder. You're a threat. And then they want to chase you out. I'm telling you guys, you don't know. Over these past almost 17 years, I went through hell with these things. Getting to where I am now, earning their respect. I mean, when you have to go in the woods wearing an EOD body armor because of the size rocks they're throwing at you, it's crazy. That's right. And you know what I noticed? Dog man, I noticed whenever the Sasquatches are coming, I noticed the dog men come in first and check the perimeter of the area. Always. Swear to God. You will always get the red eye shines coming in before the Sasquatches come in and make themselves known. Swear to God, every time at my spot. Yes, that's why hunters have scary encounters. Well, think about it. You're carrying a firearm, okay? You see something that scares you, automatically you're going to shoot at it if you're not in shock. See, some cases you could have a firearm. You're so damn scared you don't know how to use it. You could forget how to use your firearm out of fear. The dogman like big. I don't know. I just know Mama Bear Claw told me you never touch them and you never look them in the eyes and you don't show them your teeth. That's why when Biggie was there and that dog man was in our camp, when he reached out to pet it because it was acting all cool with us and everything, sniffing and everything, he was acting like a dog. Literally, it was acting like a dog, mentality-wise, the way it was acting with like a friendly dog in a sense. His tail was down. His tail wasn't up in a what would you call that? A dominant position. But yeah, I won't touch him. I won't touch him, dude. No. And when Biggie reached, I seen his hand going. I'm like, bro, no. I was like, you looky, no touchy. He's like, oh, bro, I'm sorry, man. I forgot. He was just so mesmerized. Like, seriously. I've made so much progress here. I've had so many injuries here. You know, the Bigfoots used to make booby traps for me. I put my hand out once. Never, again, no reaction. Yeah. Yeah, you don't get no reaction really. But I bet you've touched them to tear your arm off. I have a theory, though. I do have a theory. You know, I'm a firm believer of our Creator. You know, and I'm not pushing religion out or nothing like that, so don't take it that way. You know, your beliefs is your beliefs. Yeah, yes, booby traps. They stole a portion of somebody's wired fence one day, and my entrance that I used to always go into, they took that wire fence and they put it in at the entrance, and they bent the wires upright, and they made a spike trap for me. And the messed up part is when I went in the woods, it wasn't there. And then when I was leaving the woods, I stepped on the darn thing. It went through the bottom of my foot and it came out the top of my boot. Literally. Punctured the entire way through and came out the top of my boot through my laces. That hurt. Yeah, that hurt real bad. That was probably 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. But my theory, though, where I was getting at with God, is that they have. There's been encounters that I've seen. I forgot where I've seen it at, but there's few encounters I've seen where there's been holy intervention, where someone would pray out to God and it would stop. And there's also been cases with aliens too, where it was that was 3.5 years ago, Bab. I was close. See, my wife knows. She was in the hospital with me, getting my tetanus shot done because it was all rusty. But yeah, when these people called out to God and they were believers, it stops. That's what I think, Biggie. I'm totally convinced, and I believe the same. I believe the same about Sasquatches as well. That's why in Genesis they speak of there's a veil, and the veil would be the concept of invisibility. What is that? It's a peregrine falcon, I think. Yeah, there's a peregrine falcon. Because the Bible said in Genesis that God created a veil so man couldn't see certain things. Now, dogmen, Sasquatch, these shadow entities, all these different things have these capabilities to manipulate the refraction of light so you cannot see them. I believe in God, Jesus, but don't work on praying on my ones. Here's the thing though, dogman. You're still alive, buddy. They never try to attack you. They never try to taste you or rip into you. I've seen how these things act, bro. I'm telling you. All right. People who's followed me for a while know that back when Weasel was here, he was a non-believer. I brought him out, and then he had an experience, and he kept wanting to come back until something happened. Something happened, and then he didn't want to come back no more. And what happened was, this is an interesting story, dogman. You're going to like this. We staged an attack. Okay? Weasel who? You know who Weasel is. What happened was Chaka, it's a female Sasquatch who I've known for a while. She was up on the ridge watching, and she was laying down behind a tree that was falling. And I said, "Hey, Weasel," I said, "get that fire poker over there and stand behind me." I was standing in front of my behind my hammock, you know. I said, "On the count of 3, swing that thing and pretend like you hit me over the head with it." He said, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah, just don't hurt me." He's like, "All right," because it's a metal fire poker, you know. That thing would jack me up. So I was all right. 1, 2, 3. He swung it, and then I dropped over my hammock and played dead. And I made it so my head was angled so I could watch what she was doing up there. She sprung up the full height and started swaying side to side, and then she started going up and down as if she was going on it, because the fire was big that night, and we were seeing the eyes shine. And she was like moving around as she was trying to assess the situation. And there was another Sasquatch up there where it was a white one. We call that one the handler because that one is the one that's always with Fala. Fala's the name of the white Sasquatch that you seen a picture was peeking with the white Sasquatch. That dog man, that they're the pair, you know. That's the handler. This is about the end. So what happened? She started to come down, and then that white Sasquatch pulled her back, almost as if like whenever you're in a bar and your buddy wants to get into a fight with someone, and you're like, "Nah, it ain't worth it, man." You know, one of those deals. Well, next thing you know, you hear this loud grunt. It was like, "Ooh!" You know. Next thing you know, all this stuff from our right hand side position started flying in at us. And oh, that's loud. Come on now. Okay, thank you. And all this stuff started flying in. I mean, nuts, rocks, branches, sticks, anything you can think of Earth had to offer. And while this was happening, Weasel turned to that position and he put his arms up and was covering his face. While that was happening, I heard 2 heavy bodies drop down to the quad position and was tearing down the hillside into hey, what's up, Tracy Dover? Long time no see, buddy. They were tearing down the hillside, going down to our left where that heavy brush is, and they were trying to flank around his rear. So I jumped up, popped my glow sticks, and started swinging around and whooping, like acting like everything was cool. And then I went and gave him a hug, gave him a noogie and everything, you know, rubbing knuckles on his head, playing like everything was cool. And then everything stopped and got silent. It's like a pin drop, you know, everything stopped. So we're laying in our hammock, you know, a few hours go by, it's dead. Nothing's going on. And then this Fala, that white dog man, it's a female, came up to that tree. Okay. Our hammocks are across from each other at the time, and the fire pit was in between us. She was at the tree where his feet would have been tied off. She stood up against it and peeked around at him. Mind you, he's sitting there sawing logs, snoring, you know? He's snoring. And she kept peeking around the tree at him. And then she'd peek around the other side of the tree at me. And I'm like, oh crap. Oh crap. In my head. I ain't saying this out loud. And then I look over and he's snoring. I'm going, Weasel. Weasel, wake up. Weasel. And he's just snoring away. And it got down on all fours and then dropped down to its belly position, like a prone position where your belly is touching the ground, and crawled underneath of his hammock, literally underneath of his hammock. And I'm looking at this across. I'm going, Weasel, Weasel, wake up, man. And then he yells over to shut up. I'm sleeping, and he starts snoring again. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm scared to move. Honest to God truth. I'm scared stiff to move. And I'm just praying in my head, please don't kill my friend. Please don't kill my friend. And then it comes out to the side of his hammock. The head popped up. And it went back down real fast. Came back up again. He's snoring. It laid its head, like its ear, with the snout facing his face, laid its ear on his chest like it was listening to his heartbeat. I swear to God, on everything I love, it had its ear on his chest listening to his heart. And then it got up. It started sniffing him. It sniffed up to his neck. And then when it got to his cheek, it blew out. You know how dogs do that kind of thing? It did that on him. It blew snot on his face. He opened his eyes, and then it stuck its tongue out, touched the tip of his cheek with the tip of its tongue. And then, yeah, the one your dad seen was the same exact one, Jess. The one your dad saw was Fowler running across Miss Sherry's yard. Whenever it touched his cheek with his tongue, it curled its whole face up. I almost cussed. It curled its entire face up like some National Geographic stuff. You know, like how you see how the wolf, where their whole face curls up and it's all gums. Those gums were the size of a G.I. Joe. I swear to God, a G.I. Joe size gum line. It just showed its gums. And then we hear a grunt in the brush behind him. I wasn't going to say all that, Biggie. I was keeping that out. I honestly, I had to respect him. I was going to keep that part of it out. But behind him, in the brush, you hear that Sasquatch go, ooh, or not a bark. No, it was more of a grunt type, you know, like, ooh. And then it looked back where the sound came from. Then it looked back at Weasel, showed its teeth, looked up at me with a regular straight face. Looked back down at Weasel, looked back up at me, looked back in the brush line, looked at Weasel, growled in his face, and when that thing growled, slobber shot out of its mouth, and it was stringy. Strings of saliva shot out of its damn mouth. And then it stood up on two legs, looked at me, and then walked into the brush line, and that was it for that night. Then he quit coming back. Every time I'd go live in the woods alone, everybody, where's Weasel? Where's Weasel? Oh, he's at the bar getting drunk. He told me it messed him up in the head, but what made me mad was he went back and started lying to everybody. He started telling everybody, oh, Bigfoot came up and was trying to cuddle me. It kissed me and it licked my face. It was a Bigfoot. No, you almost got eaten by a dog, man. And the only thing that saved you was the fact that its handler has respect for me. And it seemed that I was scared for you. Then he came back months later, mind you. Several months later, he finally made a comeback. We tried to split up. I got my ghillie suit on. I went into the woods. He was supposed to be at camp to see how they reacted to him. And then we were on a split screen. He was supposed to come to me. Did he come to me? No. He went 20 feet away from camp got screamed at by a Sasquatch. He yelled back at it, tucked tail, and went back to camp. I kept telling him to come back, and he kept telling me, oh, I gotta stay, the fire's gonna die. I gotta stay, the fire's gonna die. So I had to leave my position to go back to him. Because the way he started acting out, I was getting scared for him. You know what I mean? You can't act like that in the woods. Can't be all nervous like that. So then after that, another time we split up again after, because he spent the weekend there. It was snowing. And if I'm not mistaken, I have all this on video. I do. I was live when this happened. We were split screen. I was in the garage because I was going to go in a different position, and he went down the main trail. He got to camp. He started setting up. He started acting funny, and then his feed died. Kind of like how mine did in the woods whenever I was down there and my equipment was all charged up and it died. Well, same thing happened to him. But what happened with him was he lost time. He became extremely disoriented. He became hyper, I don't know. He was pacing around. He was really, it concerned me. I was really getting scared for his psychological well-being, but he made it from camp in ice and snow, almost vertical slopes, in like a minute and a half, when it takes you over 10 minutes on a nice sunny day when it's dry to get up there from camp. And he did that. So I go down there to track and see what happened, to investigate. I see my footprints going down from when I went down earlier. I see his prints from when he went down earlier. I see my prints coming up. And then I seen his prints coming up, and I seen his prints going down again. But did I see his prints coming back up? No. The only prints I saw were 6-toe footprints that went from camp straight up the hill and stopped at the brush line at the top of the yard, where he was thrown over the brush line and landed in the yard. And everybody knows it because it was live. All right, what's up with this computer? Hello, what you doing? Gobble, gobble. Oh, there you are. Hello. Yeah, it's just, what made me mad though is, don't go out and fabricate stuff. What happens in the woods is what happens in the woods. You don't have to go out there and stretch the truth, change things up. You don't do that. Thank you, but I wasn't meaning for the story to be fire. I was not looking at that because it's what happened, Why am I going back in my editor? I'm sorry, guys. Let me get out of that. It's just, I don't know. When I had Weasel on, we would be on a messenger chat, and I would send him pictures that I got on trailcam, show him something cool, since he was coming out with me. And then he would go on he started a YouTube channel, and he would take my photos, he would screenshot them and release them on his channel before I even got a chance to put them in my editor. They were on his channel release saying, I got these on my trail camera. Dude, you don't even own a trail camera. You screenshotted my stuff. Grifter. So I fired him. He was never allowed back in my spot again. All right, let me see. I want to show you a picture of Fala. Follow the dog, man. She's. No. Where are you at, Fala? All right, well. I'll show you the original first. So I will do it. I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to show you the original, then I'm going to show you filtered, and then I'm going to show you the way it looked on my viewfinder, or, the card reader that you put it in. Come on, open. This photo was taken by hand with my ESS LMB camcorder. This was approximately 30 feet from my camp. You can see the height. All right, see, you can see the shoulder. Right in here. Here's the head. Can I pull this down here? Look at that. Here's the cheek fur. Looks like the snout had an injury to it. Yes, I do go out alone. Nobody has the balls to come out with me except Biggie, and he lives too far away. And you can barely see in this picture because of the distortion. Right there is a white Sasquatch. When I say the handler, this is the Sasquatch that pulled Chaka back from attacking Weasel first off. This is the same Sasquatch that called this dog man off. This is the same dog man who assaulted Weasel with her ear and her tongue. Same one. It's huge. I'm telling you, this scared me. I'm not going to lie. It really scared me. I was almost in tears. I was so frightened that he was going to get mauled right in front of me. Like, people think it's what we do out here is a joke. You know, oh, you guys are chasing ghosts. You chasing stuff that ain't real. Here's the filtered pictures. I suck at doing that, but you can see it's producing the red eye shine. It distorted the Squatch out badly, but you can right there. I think it's natural. Fear is what keeps you alive, truthfully. Then we get this close up. But this is the most recent pictures I have of Fala. I have a picture of Fala when she was younger. Where are you at? The one I want to... Yeah. Let me see if this is not pixelated or not. Look at this. I showed it last night, but... There you go. There's Fala. This is Fala right here. And there's the one I call the handler, her white Sasquatch, peeking from the same tree. People will always laugh at me and say Bigfoot and Dogman do not get along. Bull crap. Prove me wrong. Because I just proved you wrong right now if you say that. Because here, they get along. Yep. Yeah, my wife, she used to hunt in these woods. My wife, Jessica Rose is my wife. She grew up in these woods. She'll tell you, animals come up missing. She had a dog snatched up by a big black Bigfoot right in front of her. Snatched it right up. Stepped out from the tree, picked it up, and all they found was the collar later on. Here you go. Once again, right there. Clear as a bell. Jessica always has to hear your Scottish mouth, man. Swear all day she hears it. Biggie, you should check his channel out. It's funny when he goes after bullies. He cracks me up. All right, so that's Fala. Now let's take a look at Fala when she was younger. All right. Here's the original photo, which is a still shot from video. See it right here? But you don't see what's right here. You will. See, I thought it was a Bigfoot. All these years, for a long time, I thought that was a Bigfoot right there. I did. I thought that was that white Bigfoot because I always seen. All right. Let me show you. And then here it is brightened up. A little bit of light on it here. I might as well just hit this little arrow thing here. Oh, no. This here, I kept seeing a shadow right here. This is weird, guys. I don't know what this is. So I messed with the contrast. I manipulated it with the contrast, okay? I was trying to see what that shadow was, and that's what came out with the contrast. I don't know what that is. You got these little swirls coming around going up. You got a weird looking face right there. Look like that baby off that dinosaur program. Not your mama. Right there. But I don't know. That's why I don't show that one much, because I cannot explain that. So I don't know about what that is. That came out with the contrast blending. I mean, you see how bad I had to distort the contrast for that to come out clear to see it. I don't know what it is. There we go. There we go. This is Follow when she was a pup. This was several years ago. And there's her mama. You got a snout, you got the teeth, the nose, your eye. Here we go here. You got both ends, and then somebody's got their hand on its head. Seriously. Oh, yeah, I see tree. Yeah, look, right there. Uh-huh. They don't travel alone. They roll in packs. What they'll do, you might think they're alone. There'll be another one 10, 15, 20, 30 feet away. Same with Bigfoot. Where you see a Bigfoot, I guarantee you within 30 foot, there's another one. Big Black is there. Remember I showed you? I don't remember where he was in them pictures. It's cropped down. But seriously, when this photo was taken, I honestly thought, until it was lightened up and everything, I thought this was a Bigfoot. That ain't Big Black. That's that big dog man. That's that big black one that walk. See, this one here, she stays. This one's timid. This one here, see, I know the difference between them, you know. This one here is that one when I'm down there by myself. That one there, I think that's a male. That's that one with that real deep bark. He circles my camp, and you'll hear him sniffing. Like you'll hear the dog sniffing, and you can hear them in the leaves. The leaves is the dead giveaway. They circle my camp, and they sit there and they keep sniffing. And you don't see them. They stay right out of your line of sight, but you can see them through the trees. In front of the dog next to the tree. Where at, Biggie? This here, I actually there's a police officer I talked to, and I actually sent this picture to him, and to prove that it was not a hoax picture or AI generated, he ran it through a system. That's why it is like this. And he put it through a system to see if it would come out flat or if it would literally come out with dimension. And he texts me back. He says, wow, that is legit. It came out with dimensions. So yes, I had this picture even tested. But look, what the heck is this darn thing in the tree? And this, and all this. And why do you have to break it up and distort it so bad? I am not feeling better, Susie. Trust me. I'm putting on an act right now. I'm in a lot of pain. I really am. I'm hurting. I'm hurting bad. Trust me. Like, I don't know what this thing is. Like, I would say a baby dog man or something like that. If it ain't got no hair. But then again, you got all these little swirlies going on. So I don't know. Oh, that's all right, Susie. It ain't your fault. You're not the one going in the woods, slipping and falling on your butt, breaking your tailbone and everything, and then falling in the kitchen on a puddle of water and re-breaking it. There ain't nothing they can do for a tailbone up. Look, what's right here? What's that, dog man? Oh! Oh! Matter of fact, when Jack Riggs, the cameraman, came and all of them, this one here reached out, grabbed his leg, and tripped him. No lie. Swear to God on everything. This one in this bush grabbed his leg and tripped him and made him fall when he walked through. Right in this spot. This one tripped him. Grabbed his leg and tripped him. He tripped Biggie too his first time there because he posts up right there. That's the entrance where I go in at, see? Right in here. He's sitting right there. As soon as you, this is my entrance. As soon as you walk in there and make this curve, he'll come right up behind you, grab your ankle, and he'll trip you. I got a message held for review. Let me see what this is. What's it say? It won't even let me say it. I don't know whose message that was, so it said held for review. If you cost and it got held in review for that, shame on you. Watch your potty. That's all. Watch your potty mouthing. I got filters on here. Oh. We're getting into the stupid stuff here. Wait. What is this? This is when I got that photo. This is the video that photo came from. My first pictures of Paula. Come here, speakers. Turn up. Oh, it is up. Where's the volume? Volume. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Listen, you're going to hear the dogmen do 3 knocks. Listen. See? This is where that still shot came from. They were up on that ridge up in there. My wife just came in to show me the message that got held for review. She tried to undo it, John P. She tried to undo that message. She came in and showed me. It said another moderator had to approve as well. I apologize. I see nothing wrong with what you wrote, okay? He wrote B with a bunch of smiley faces and hearts. There is nothing wrong with that, and I know exactly who that was directed to. So, Susie, I am relaying John P's adventures message to you because I know that was to you. And it was capital B with some smileys. Look at this picture. I don't know what that is. Random picture in the woods. Night vision. Oh, thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. Maybe the pictures. Oh, that's the end. All right, let me see here. She can. Oh, when I was saying I have bite impressions casts, I'll show you something. People, you want to see how big a Bigfoot bite is? You ever want to get bit by a Bigfoot? A full-grown one? That's one bite, guys. All one bite. Swear to God. And I casted it. They have 2 rows of teeth. What's this? Oh, that was stupid. Oh, those are the casts I got. It came out crappy. I wasn't proud of that. That was poopy. All right, let me see if I can get into my... I need to get into my Google Images, show you guys some juicy stuff. I'll blow your minds. I swear to God, I'll blow your minds. People sitting there commenting in here saying, oh, you got great footage. You ain't seen nothing. I've been at this for almost 17 years. Oh, my vape is empty. I gotta fill it up. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the... All right, let me see here. Photos. Where's my link to my photos? Hey, where's my Googles at? Whoa. Poor guy. I'll be praying for you later, man. All right. Let me see. Squash topic PA. No. All right, here. I'm going to turn this around because I'm going to log into my. Hey, how's it going? Yo, my bag's all broke. I'm all wearing my Spider-Man get up today. Literally, this is like a zip-up onesie. No offense for turning my camera around at the moment, but y'all don't need to know my passwords. G-O-G-O-S. All right, I'm sorry, I'm all up on the camera. I apologize. I'm gonna take this off. Represent. Hey, if you guys want hats and stuff, eventually I'll be getting things. It's just I gotta figure out prices because everybody knows I'm not here to spank wallets. I'm trying to think of a way to make it so it breaks even. You know what I mean? I don't want to make nothing off nobody. I'm not like that. So I have to figure something out for myself to be able to. All right. We'll go in the Bigfoot file first. What did I just pick? Yeah, there we go. Now I can turn this around. You got this ugly little dude looking at you. Oh. Go away, ugly little man. Ah! There you go. All right. We're going to go pick by pick. Even though that's upside down. This is the kind of gifts that I leave. All right. When I leave them gifts, I told you I leave them toys, I leave them food. They actually play with this stuff. Yeah, no, I did not say my password out loud. I said Google Photos out loud when I was typing it in. Kept my password to myself. That's a gift. That's one day in the woods. Every time I go in the woods to that spot, I leave them something. And this is one day's gift. So imagine I spend 2 days out there. That's one day's worth of gifting. Each day I'm out there, that's the equivalent of what they get each day that I'm there. Out of respect, I'm entering your home. I even knock before you ask Biggie, I knock on the tree before I go in. I have a post. I slap that post before I go in to let them know I'm there. This is what's been stalking me, guys. You hear me talking about this weird lizard thing. I left my night vision running in the woods. It picked it up and was running around with it. This is a side view of its face. Yeah. There's a gift. Little one. There's Gizmo with brightness added. But look, here's his hand. He's using a staff or cane. He had an injury. He literally has a scar that goes the whole way down. Swear to God. He got jacked up. But that's what he's using it as a cane. Bet y'all didn't know they did that. Some casts. Some more casts. Some more casts. More casts. Oh my God. Does Josh have enough casts? Oh, sorry. Why are these in there? Oh. All right. These are some of this stuff is blob stuff, but when you're squatching, you get blob, you get clear. You know what I mean? So some things when you see is going to be circled. So right here, like this, for instance, you're not looking at this. Does this blow up? No. This brown right here. Okay. That's one's back right there. It's walking up the hill. That's his butt. Uh, you barely see it. But right here, butt goes up. That's that brown juvenile. That's Chaka's kid. It's too small to be Chaka. Night vision. Gone. This is inside the ravine. That's a bear. That's the snout. That was a bear. So don't mistake that for a dog, man. That was a bear. This was taken by me. This is whenever it was playing with my equipment. I left my night vision surveillance running. I left the woods and they picked my equipment up and was running around with it, taking pictures of my stuff. What is this? Okay. Why won't they blow up? Oh my God. These are from hunts. All right, look. You notice anything unique about these shadows? Yeah, down in the ravine, that was a bear. That was a black bear, 100%. I ain't saying 98. I'm saying 100%. Look, these ain't shadows. These are black Bigfoots. That's his hands coming around the trees up in here. And then there's a bit little ones here. And you got eye shine back here. Those are juveniles following me through the woods. Because when I do my stuff, I have a camera mounted on my chest and I have a camera mounted on my back. See, they moved. This bone has sat on that mound for months. Bones don't last more than a month in the woods, and this was sat out there for about 6 or 7. Hi, Jess.
Hi, I was going to see if I could get that one picture bigger for you.
You want to get a picture bigger for me?
I was going to see if I could help.
Which picture?
Yeah, those little tiny ones, yeah.
The little EB ones?
Yeah.
How do you make them bigger? Right or left click?
No, go up there.
Up where? Here?
Yeah.
Here?
No.
Here?
No.
Here?
No.
Here?
Yeah.
I'm not tech savvy. Clicky, clicky. Oh, it grew!
There you go.
Wow! So that little button like gives the picture Viagra.
There you go. You're welcome.
You just gave the picture Viagra. Thank you.
Don't you love me?
Yes, I do love you. Why is the bone there that long? Yeah, so now you can see the shadowing better.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Jess.
You're welcome. That's how you got to do is if it won't blow up for you the normal way, click edit.
Okay.
They'll get big for you.
Okay. Oh, it won't X. X away. Go back. I need to go back to where I was. Go away, bung nugget. Thank you. All right.
Sorry,
I had a question. All right, the bone. Let me show you something. You see how this is shaped? That's a mound. You got something buried there. Then animals know better to touch. This is down in the ravine. I think they make fire. It was right in the middle of the moss. They were burnt. It's sap. Like literally, it's sap burned up. Just a little bit of sap. Who's going to go down in the middle of a ravine, deep in the woods, and have that small of a fire right there? You know? That's how I do it, guys. Hammock with a tarp over it. That's how I do my research. Check this out. That's my rear view camera. They were moving tree to tree, following me through the woods. Literally stepping out from the trees, going tree to tree. Better love song, that's family. See, they was following me down the hill. Let's go to oh. I can't really see that. Damn it. This is Gizmo. There's the shoulders, just some fingers. He put his hand up on a tree. We're gonna get a better picture. There's a Sasquatch sample that I pulled off. That was high up. Like I had to climb up on a stump and get up on my tippy toes and everything to reach that hair sample. I was looking at a cool spider in a web and I seen that, like the wind was blowing and I seen it waving. This was interesting. My light was sitting, I was tending to my fire, okay? My spotlight, this was live, mind you, this was on video. My spotlight turned, like, started strobe mode. It started strobing. And my camera was mounted to my spotlight. And this is what we captured in the strobe. It looks like an alien almost. Right here. Here's all the frames for it. And as you can see, my light was strobing between frames. You see? It looked like it was dancing. Like it was dancing in the light. Oh, you see it moved. Was bore me. It's got, oh, I shouldn't say that. It has a chest on it. I'll just say it that way. There. Do you see it? What I'm talking about? There's a head, arm coming out. You got your legs down there, and then you have your chest region here. Yes, Biggie does have a fairy on camera. I swear to God, I seen it. I seen that footage. He has a legitimate fairy. Now check this out. This is frame by frame. I was scanning with my spotlight. At this time, I was calling them in for their food. Okay. Here's brightened up. There's Gizmo. Sunken in nose. You have your jawline. There's his mouth. You see, he's smiling at me. That's what they do. They look pissy, and then when they look at me, they smile. There's his eye sockets, his cheek, his shoulder coming down, and you see his hand. Look, there's his palm right there. Look how big that palm is right here, and his fingers are right here coming off the tree. His arm is bent out. All right. This is the original photo that you just seen brightened up. This is the original. And you see the timestamps. I'll go to the next. Oh, this is shrunken down because I cropped that down to the head. You see? That don't look like Jack Links or that don't look like Harry and the Hendersons to me. That's a good picture right there. And look, as you see, look at the timestamp, all right? Within a second and a half, I got 3 frames, and then all 3 frames had a different facial expression. I'm going backwards. So the third frame, I don't know what that is down below, but the third frame was the smile. This is where the face was changing to go to the smile. I don't know what that is right there, though. Could be a type of dog, man. Could be something else. I don't know. But yeah, that's Gizmo. All right. And here's the first frame from him. No, it's him cropped down to his head. Here's the first frame. You see in the brightened up version, he's holding this cane right here. That's his first face. Look how grumpy he looks. Look at that fat lip sticking out. He looks all pissy. He's like, man, I ain't getting nothing to eat today. That squirrel got away. He bit my finger, ran in the tree. And then he hears me, I got apples. And he's like, oh, that stupid human's here. I'll go eat his apples. All right. In here, this thing goes crazy. I don't even take it out with me no more because every time they come near me, this thing starts beeping, and this right here where it says harmful radiation starts flashing. So annoying. Every time they come near me, that darn thing starts beeping and it says harmful radiation. Look how much time I spent in August out there. Seriously. Look how much time I spend with Bigfoots. That's my squatching time in August. Tell me I ain't boots on the ground. I've had poop thrown at me, man. I had a piece of poo hit me right in my face once. I was so angry. We got a root sticking out. That's why that cast didn't want to come out the ground. Look at that mid-tarsal. Toes didn't come up for crap, though. I was mad at that cast. That's the pineapple it was bitten into. There. You see here. Oh, this will blow up. Wow. All right. You have a row of teeth, 2 rows of teeth bitten into this thing. All right, where are they at? Or is it the other side? Yeah. This side, they're right here. There's a row here and a row here. There's 2 rows of teeth side by side. They come around up in this arch and then they crease back in. You see the groove? That's a row of teeth. They have 2 rows. And all my casts have 6 digits. Here's another angle right here. You could definitely see the depression where the line between the teeth groove right here. That's the gap in between the 2 rows of teeth. You have a row of teeth here. You have a row of teeth here. So they have, oh, no problems. Good to have you here, Skunk Apes. How you doing, buddy? I ain't seen you in a while. Bless you. Seriously, God bless you, buddy. Good to see you here. Once again, you can clearly see the way it was bitten into along the bite rind, 2 rows of teeth. I had the same result with the apple I casted. It had the rotten spot in it. It had 2 rows of teeth. But that was a pineapple. So I'll cast anything. I ain't giving this away. I'm keeping that cast. I like my dental impression ones because those are rare. People don't think about how to get those. It took me 10 years to figure out how to get a dental impression cast. 10 years. And believe it or not, if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't have any good casts. When I first started casting, I didn't know how. I just mixed the plaster and I dumped it into the print and let it dry. Long? What's long? But I forgot what I was saying. There's that bone on that mound. One of my kids. It's blobby. I'm just scrolling through when I come something cool, I'll make sure you know. There's Biggie. That lighting sucks. My first cast really did suck. It was just like a blobby blah blah blah. And the problem is I didn't know what I was doing, and they were so there's eye shine right there. They were so thin. I was on the phone with Jack Riggs. He's an investigator. And I was getting ready. I was on video chat. I was going to show it off to him. I was going to set it on a bed in the other room and show him it. And because it was 2 prints in one cast, it was long. And it was July. how long I was in the woods in July. And then I went to, you don't need to see that number, but you see who I collaborate with discovering Bigfoot. So, oh shit. I'm sorry. I cannot have you guys getting that phone number. No offense. Great Outdoors Biggie! Check out his channel. Yeah, they sucked and you didn't think I knew how. Yeah, my wife, I didn't know she had to do almost a full semester when she was in veterinary medicine school on casting and how to read cast. And then she went out and taught me how to do it. Watch this. I hit a trail camera underneath gifts. Oh, it's got a reflection for when I record it.
It's sitting there like on the rock. Like that must be its back or something. Maybe not a shoulder. I don't know.
Chaka was sitting.
Face down. There's a pineapple.
Oh man.
Right in
That came up. But there you go. There's a better view. Look at the hairs. Look at the hairs. I hid my trail camera underneath of a pile of apples. What has hair like that in the woods in America? Sasquatch. That's its back. Literally sitting on the ground eating my apples. I was upset though. You're doing a surprise vid. Cool. I was upset though because the angle I had, I thought I was going to get a nice face shot. Instead, I got a butt shot in a sense. I was bummed. You could clearly see the texture of the hair, the colors of the hair. You got blonde in there. You have black in there. You got light brown and dark brown all in there. Yeah, that's what my foot looked like when I got done squatching. You don't need to see that. I try to communicate with them. You know, I was displaying, this is a symbol representing family. This is to show them that this is my light rig I carry. I give you apples, you know, the 6-finger, 6-toe deal. They're bigger than me. There's the dog man. Show them there's a hammock, my fire, all that crap. And then I was trying to see if they understood ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. I was testing the knowledge. And I left this with the gifts to see if I would get some kind of a response, but I did not. It did to you what you did to the Scoutmaster. The reason I got kicked out of Boy Scouts. That's funny. I got kicked out of Boy Scouts because we were at Scout camp. I took Scoutmaster's camera and I filled all his film up with my, I mooned it. Just put it to you like that. Oh, cool beans. Hey, and Dogman, since you know that mine's a safe command, look, I left a long message to Jeff Nadoli. I know, Dogman, you're a fan of him. Here's what I said to Jeff. I tried to email you some pics of Cynocephaly pack that rolls with the Sasquatch clan that I researched, but my phone's memory is so bogged down I couldn't send you it. It just gets queued. If you have Messenger, I'd gladly share what I have. I camp solo on a regular basis there, and I have never been wrongfully engaged by them, but yes, I've had moments where I was shaking in my boots. I leave apples and pineapples around camp for Sasquatch, and I hang raw liver and trees around camp to get them close enough for taking footage of them. I think they're misunderstood. There are many factors that would entice an attack. Sometimes I wonder what the victims are really doing to have bad experiences. I think the fear pheromones set the table that fear makes you unpredictable due to fight or flight. Technically, they'd have no choice but to anticipate the victim's actions, which leads to bad juju. That's what I wrote to Mr. Nadoli. But yeah, Dogman, if you want to go on we have, when we were in here, there's a Bigfoot right here. You can barely see it. There's a Bigfoot right up in here, going up in this tree. You'll see it in a minute. I have, well, that's a handprint on the window that they, and I have shorts on. Don't think I'm nude. I have shorts on. But yeah, that's a handprint. Look how big that is. Those are fingerprints. They left on the window, peeking in at me. There's the handprint I told you about that got lifted off of my shirt from whenever they carried me up the hill. There's its fingerprints. They have fingerprints. Legitimate. I'm trying to get this to focus. But yeah, what I'm saying, dog man, is my group is private for my Facebook. If you would like to join, there's no trolls in there. If I find a troll, they're done. If you would like to, I'll gladly allow you to post your stuff in there. Nobody will steal your media, and nobody will bully you there. But this is a picture when I told you guys I fell out of a tree and I slipped my back, a disc. I was trying to climb. I couldn't get out. Look, there's the footprint. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 toes. And then here's the plant for the next footprint. Look how far that spread is. All right. You see these drag marks up? Those were my feet dragging. I slipped the disc. It picked me up by the back of my belt and shirt and dragged me up this slope. Those are my feet drag marks you're seeing there. And those are the Sasquatch's footprint that carried me up that hill. Okie dokie, dog man. Cheers, brother. Here's a close-up of the print. You see how deep the toes dug in? Why I was climbing a tree. Oh, God. All right. I will be honest. It sounded like a couple Bigfoots were getting jiggy on the other side of the brush line. I mean, straight up, my wife heard it all the way up in the house. You could ask her. And I was trying to climb the tree. I was trying to get a video. I mean, imagine getting that on video. You'd be, everybody would view that. It'd be like, whoa! And then I fell off the tree. I landed flat on my back. But that's the footprint they left. I didn't have no plaster on me. I was so bummed out. Once again, there's the footprint. There's another print. Here's my drag marks. These hills are like almost vertical here. These are all steep inclines. Up. Here's the area I do. Here's camp. I hunt all this in here is where I do. This is my stomping grounds. This is what I record with.
Introducing the Squatch Master J. On here we have a standard flashlight. We have the spotlight. This is a full spectrum camera, which will be recording in green. This is an IR illuminator that zooms in and out. IR illuminator, another IR illuminator for upward angles, thermal attachment, microphone, phone mounts, solar power banks. Introducing the Squatch Master J.
But that's what I carry to record with out there. Now look, right here, you see this eye shine? You got an eyeball here and a very faint eyeball there, okay? You see it moved? You can see it better? It's Gizmo. After he got done being a jerk, he threw a rock bigger than my head and knocked my IR illuminators off the top of my my Squatch Master J. Literally broke my IR illuminator mount off. And when I'm trying to fix it and looking at it, because I was live and I was recording, these were the still shots taken. He was watching me trying to fix it. So that's what these are. He was in there in that brush line watching me try to fix it. This is something I don't understand. It almost looks like a child or something, but look. I caught this on trail camera. It looks like a kid with a dead animal on its head. What do Bigfoot sound like when they talk? They have a deep voice. Like, I was playing my guitar one night, and there was one sitting there with me. He was on the other side of my tarp, and I was playing a guitar and I was not singing, and normally I do sing. And he it sounded like it said "drag him over" in a real deep voice. But yeah, this is the type of stuff I record when I'm chilling in my hammock with my night vision in total darkness. But no, I forgot what I was talking about. Where am I at? What was I saying? Oh yeah, but they have. It depends. They have different sounds they make. A lot of times when they're giving their sound, their location off, they will do tree knocks, but they mimic barred owls here. Like they whoo 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 whoo, but they throw a roll at the end of it. Like they roll it like a dove would, kinda. And they hardcore mimic owls. I mean, if an owl did that, I can't wait to see your teasers. If an owl did that, it would pop. Like seriously, you could feel your whole chest rattle with that sound. And it's just when they speak their language, sometimes it's super fast. It's like, and then other times it's like, it just depends on, I guess, what they're saying. Look at this. I don't know what that is. It looks like a face. It could just be an optical illusion, possibly, you know. I think that's an optical illusion from campfire smoke and light, but that is pretty cool, though. It is pretty cool. Look how blurry this stuff is. Leaning sticks. You find this a lot when you're out squatching. There's Biggie. Something in there. I don't know what. If it's a blobby, I'm not really into sharing it. You know what I mean? But if it's clear, blatant, you can tell it's there. But boom, like right here, check this out. You might not be able to notice it. If you look carefully, there's right here. Look. That's that dog man right there. That was in that picture earlier. That's that big one. And that's the entrance right there where it trips people. That's right there where they trip people. Yeah, if you can't say I really don't want to, because then they'll be like, oh, it's a blob squash. There ain't nothing there. Oh, well, dude, you don't know what you're looking for, apparently. All right, check these pictures out. You ain't going to know what you're looking for. So I'm going to show you. Notice this tree here. You see how it's dark right here and like that? Because when this picture was taken, something was moving. Okay? I'm going to go to next frames. All right? Next frame. Next frame. He's going to go up the tree. See, this is my light. This is my recording system right here that you're seeing. Okay? There he is right there. He actually took a dump right here. Because that's where Biggie's hammock was when he spent the weekend. That was Biggie's hammock right there. And there's Biggie's night vision set up. And we was chilling. That Bigfoot right there took a dookie right there out of that tree. A big one. And it stunk so bad. Like literally Biggie and I left camp. We straight up walked out of camp. It stunk that bad. We had to leave. And it was big too. It was real big. That's Big Black. That's the one that has the 21-inch footprint. But he literally, that's how close they come into camp. Literally right there next to us. And he pooped right there in that tree next to us. There's Chalka's kid. That's a juvenile Sasquatch. Now, I'm pointing at the phone. You don't see. All right, right here. It's coming up out of a ravine. Okay. So this drops off right here. But this is a second frame. All right. Here's thermal. Right there. Watch these trees. They'll come out of the trees and Literally. We were watching them on thermal going in and out of the trees. But yeah, there's Chaka's kid. That's the jagoff that yanked me out of my hammock. Just so y'all know. That one there put its hands on me. There's where it turned its head. There's proof that ain't no fake. Right there. You see? It turned its head. That thing grabbed me because I had a Bluetooth speaker going. And the speaker died. I was playing Herman the Worm. They love that stupid song. So you got your doggy up there watching? Babysitting. And then this one right here, literally, when that speaker died, yanked me out of my hammock by my arm, dragged me to my speaker. I ain't gonna lie, it scared the crap out of me. I was about to go live today. Hey, this is when Biggie's tire. I took Biggie to this tire shop. He got his tires done. It yanked me out of my hammock, and I had bruises the whole way around my arm. That's how I learned they had 6 fingers. But yeah, this is Biggie. That's me. Figures. I'm the littlest one. This is Jack Riggs. He runs the Cameraman channel. And this is Mike Tornacasa. He runs MT Paranormal Life. He's a ghost hunter. So Sasquatch Dog Man, Sasquatch Dog Man, Sasquatch Dog Man, Ghost, Ghost. So yeah, good guys, good group here. We don't troll each other. Now this is what we was talking about earlier when I said that it was sitting next to cryptid encounters. I tried to do cryptid encounters. Nobody sent me their encounters, so it was a flop. I had one encounter sent to me, and that was by Harold. That's Follow when she was a puppy. There's Chaka. I'm not being perverted or nothing by saying this. I'm being mature when I say this. She has children. If you know anything about anatomy, you can tell her children like this one better than that one. Just saying. She's back there. It's further off. I had to zoom in on it. And then when I zoomed in all the way, it got pixelated. But that's Chaka. I love this vine. Everybody trips on it but me. My son got his foot stuck in there the one day to try to eat his shoe. I had to save him. But I think this vine is awesome. Here's the dental one that I have from the apple. Okay. It has 2 rows of teeth in it. This one's one row of teeth are beat up bad. My dentist actually looked at it and she's confirmed that it had 2 rows of teeth. And she said the one row of teeth looked like it had injuries, like it got hit in the mouth with a rock or something. This is the apple. It's pouring the plaster into a condom. I cut the top of the condom off so you can pour the plaster into it where it holds the apple. That's how I casted that apple bite. I also swabbed the saliva in it. I have that sample. And I know for a fact what did it because I was sitting right there when it did it. There's a tree arch. Sasquatches do this. I have a theory. I think the juvenile would stand where I'm at, and its parents would bend us over and then anchor them down, kind of like how like you would take your child and stand them up against the wall and do them notches on the thing, so you can see their growth rate over the year. Because I notice every single season, I find new ones every season, every spring. I find a new tree arch. And they always get bigger. Every season they get bigger. Look at that ugly dude with a receding hairline. Stupid stuff. There's my wife. She's so pretty. I'm trying to find good stuff. Sorry. You find stuff like this too. Like this was cool. You see how this comes up and then comes down? It goes into the next set of trees and they actually connect in and form like triangles and stuff around the areas. Pretty cool. There's a structure there that I like. It's one angle of it. That structure is actually huge. Like, that looks tiny from that position, but it dwarfs me, like, literally. I love how vines grow. Look at that tree. Broken off and just set up in there like that. I've also seen upside down trees before. There's the vertical X. I ain't getting barely any activity at that one. Nothing at all, really. I did trailcam cycle on that. I want to clean the woods. I picked all the trash up. Weasel would tell me that he was taking his beer can bags up to the house and whatnot. He lied to me. He was taking his bags of garbage and hiding them underneath trees and burying them in leaves. I cleaned the woods up. That made me angry. How do you disrespect someone's property like that? You know? Cleaned all those woods. I don't drink beer. And that bag was mostly beer can. Hey, MT Paranormal Life, my wife modeled your shirt. This was my first footage. At first, he was standing straight up. He was about 7.5 feet, 8 foot tall. I don't know, something in that range. I was looking at it and I was like, I see you. And it just dropped down to my eye level silently. And then I hit record. And then I heard something break and I looked over and I seen another one over there. And I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm out. I didn't feel like getting beat up. Yep. That was my first recording, being stared down through the brush. They were dancing. Some of these are lights. I'm getting messed up, but right here, that ain't my light. You can tell which ones the lights are. I was playing music and they were dancing, and Biggie was actually recording that. Biggie took these photos. I was on the phone with him. Video call. Biggie was screenshotting the phone call with me, and this is what he got. This is what respect gets you. This is the cast that I gave away to Christy, who's in the group, who has now changed her name to CRJ Designs. She was a cast giveaway winner, and she got this cast. It's a juvenile. Very nice cast, too. Look at the toe definition. Whoa! All right. This is what I wanted to get at. Look at this. You see a face? This is from that video I showed y'all earlier today. Look at that face. Nose, mouth, chin. Oh, man. I keep passing. I can't have you guys getting Phil's number. He runs Discovering Bigfoot on Discovery Channel. He's Todd Standing's boss. And because of things he told me, I will not watch Todd Standing. All right, that one that was sitting next to the fire with me, y'all just seen sitting with me. Show what again? Christy, show what again? If you're talking about their phone number, no. I can't do that. He asked me not to share that. Out of respect, I cannot do that. All right, that one that was sitting next to the fire, this is his footprint. He stepped on a walnut right here. He got jacked up too, and that walnut's still in the cast. But that, look how deep that impression is. He tripped and everything, man. He was mad. Hey, Jess. What's up, baby?
Hey, that was my cast. Show it.
Oh, show the cast again. Oh, I'm sorry. My wife just came in and corrected me, Christy. There you go. Right there. Yeah. And you know what? Let me move my stand closer. Look. What do you see that you will not see in a fake cast? Dermal ridges. There's prints in that. Like, you got fingerprints. There's prints on there. When I give somebody a cast, it's not a replica. It's an original. All right, where were we? But yeah, look at that imprint. He was so angry. So when you do a cast, cut in around it, about 1.5 inches away from it. My wife taught me this. And then you put cardboard around it, and on the outside you put sticks in to reinforce it so your plaster don't push it out. That'll hold your plaster in and allow it to seal in all the grooves instead of running out everywhere. And you fill her in. I overflowed. Let her set Sangha, Biggie, Detilehe, Josh, he's my brother. There's a Squatch turd. I know for a fact that was a Squatch turd because that Squatch was in that tree and he took that dump. Not when Biggie was here. This is a different time. This is the turd that I split with Biggie. And then when it was in a plastic bag, worms came out. So they don't cook their meat. If they cooked their meat, they would not have worms. But yeah, here's the cast that I'm going to be shipping to CP. There's that walnut I told you I stepped on. Look at the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's CP's cast. I had somebody in a chat tell me one time, well, you don't have no evidence. Yeah, just because I don't share everything don't mean I ain't got it. Here you go, Avenger. Here you go, bro. There's those claws. You recognize that. I know darn well you recognize that. I know you know those impressions. That was that big black one. That one night I was live, they moved in on me when I was on my night hunt. And they were probably about 20, 30 yards away from me. I was laying belly and stuff. And I went back the next morning to where they were. And these are the prints that I got out of it. And what was kind of weird is my wife chirped me on the radio on the CB. And where the back paw landed was turned directly where I was and adjacent to where it was. So his front landed, and when his rear caught up, he pivoted towards me because he heard my radio chirp. See how it angled the side, that rear pad? Oh, yeah. Look at those claws. I knew you'd like that, dog man. Here's my smaller dog man cast. This one ain't as pretty. This is a juvenile. And you can see when you cast a dog man print, when they go on all fours, halfway through the print where a Bigfoot's mid-tarsal break would be is where their back leg would come in and meet up with their print. So here's your claws. Didn't come out as pretty. And also, let me go back to this. Can I blow this up? Yes, I can. What do you see? You see those dermal ridges? Those are dermal ridges. Its own signature footprint, or like a fingerprint. You're gonna like my teaser, just a little sample of what I got, Josh. Oh, I've seen some of what you got, buddy. And that's how I know you're legit, because I've seen the real thing. That's how I know when people are out there faking and whatnot. I know what to look for. But as you see, here's the claws in the front, and then the rear foot catches up halfway through the print. That's my smaller dog man cast. That one's actually kind of ugly. There's Christie's cast again. Look at that definition where the toes break in right there where they start, and then the tarsal break even has the folds of the skin where it wrinkled. You know, when your skin creases. And I just gave it away for free. Shipping and all. Shipped it off for free. Because to me, evidence means nothing. If I can go out there and sit with them by a fire and play guitar for them, what the hell's a cast? What does that matter to me? Thank you, Nez. There's another one, and as you see, you're not going to see this in a fake cast. Dermal ridges. That's something you will not find in fake cast. And another thing, I do not cast a print unless I video me casting it, just as backup. Always have to back what you say and back what you do, because there's someone going to try to call BS on you. You got to be able to back it. This is a juvenile Sasquatch, I think, right here. You see, yeah, this is a baby Squatch. This one's only 5.5 inches long. This is the baby. Maybe get a different angle of this view, but this is the little baby. So cute. It's so hard to find the baby ones because the mamas carry them around and they ride on the backs of the dogmen too. Like you'll find a dogman track, and every now and then you'll find where you'll see a dogman track, you'll find a baby Sasquatch print with them. But you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the sixth one got hindered because there was a stick right here where the sixth toe was. There was a stick embedded in it, but the stick fell off the cast. And that one didn't come out that great. This was my best cast I ever had. I gave it to Biggie as a birthday gift because a channel called ODU told him they were going to give him a cast. They lied to him. Then they tried to tell him it got lost in the mail. So I was like, well, buddy, if they want to lie to you and say they're giving you a cast, I'll promise you a cast and make sure you get it. And I'll keep my word. So this is the cast I gave Biggie. Look at those toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which brings me to something. I was watching something with Meldrum the other day. Jeff Meldrum, everybody knows who he is. He was showing off some Bigfoot casts, and I noticed something. Where this little toe is, you remember I showed you how they box off the casts before they pour it? They're cutting this toe off. I don't know if it's intentional for a cover-up because of the sixth toe or something, but they're cutting the sixth toe off when they're doing their cast. You can see the little nub where the toe would be formed in it on those casts, but they are definitely cutting that sixth toe off. I don't know if it's intentional or if they're just not realizing it, but those Bigfoot tracks that Meldrum are showing have evidence of a sixth tarsal there and not being shown. This is a double track. It looks like crap. But there's 2 prints in here. Where are they at? It's a bad lighting angle. And each track in here was 13.5 inches long. This is how sloppy my casts were before my wife taught me. This is that one that I bumped on the wall and it just shattered like nothing because I tripped over my dog. But yeah, that's how crappy my casts used to look. Up there, it is broken. Sounded like $1 million vase. Nothing because, you know, that's right. You're right, Jess. 100%, baby. You're right. But yeah, I broke that cast. That's when I pulled it. Here's when it was drying. This is my first cast. That was Chaka. See how sloppy they look? If you do not build a cardboard wall around your cast, this is how they're going to come out every time. You have to build a cardboard wall around them to get that proper shape. This was supposed to be a handprint. Once again, I just dumped it in. Yeah, you get the deep impression, but you're not getting this one here. This is a footprint in my kid's toy. Broke my kid's toy and bedded it into the dirt. Can you believe that? Look at that. Just stepped on my kid's toy. Where was those toes were up in here. I was going to cast that and leave the toy in the cast, but then I figured my son would have got mad at me if I did that. So I chose not to. All right, tracks, more tracks. Non-distinguishable though. Stupid stuff. What was that? What is this? Stupid stuff. I was pointing this picture. Never mind. Boop, 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 boop. There's what a dog man looks like. That's the best art depiction I've seen, in a sense. I did not draw this, mind you. Oh, there's Phil again from Discovering Bigfoot. Yeah. See, me and him talk quite often. But when me and him talk, we're on the phone for 2 to 4 hours at a time. It's like, come on, man. Check this out. Look at those toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you could definitely tell this was obstructed. This was another juvenile partial print. There's Christie's cast after I knocked all the dirt off it. After it was pulled. There's the dog, small dog man print when it was pulled. The big one. Is this a video? Yes.
This is the baby.
So tiny.
Shape of the foot. Toes.
Yeah, that was over that. And then there was this one. Pretty much I put it on a Lazy Susan.
This is the next cast we have.
There's Christie's.
See the toes.
I got all these in one weekend. My wife went out with me during the day and we were tracking together.
Torso break. Good definition.
That's Christie's cast.
My wife.
My wife. There's CP's cast. When I first cleaned it. There's that pile of crap in a box of casts. Yeah, you're right, Jess. I'm going to stick this here in case somebody wants to screenshot this for their own research. 4, 3, 2, 1. They screwed up there. They didn't put 6 toes. All right, there's my old gifting site. And you see I leave tobacco too. There's another cast. There's Christie's cast again. There's that juvenile dogman cast. That print ends right before the 1 foot. So it was about 11 and 7/8. It was about 11 and 7/8 total length on that. Which cast is this one? Because you can't judge it off the very end of the cast. You have to go off the end of the impression. You know what I mean? But those are two dog man casts side by side, two different sizes. Phil's a nice guy. I like him. But I mean, yeah. But we're not talking about none of that. But he comes to me for cryptid advice. Me and him collaborate. He teaches me some things sometimes I don't know, and I teach him some things he don't know. That's how it works. That's how you learn. This is what it looked like when you first pull it. The dog man's up. See how deep this way, dog man. You see how deep that claw impressions are, though, man, in the dirt. Those claws are bigger than my fingers. Like, literally, those things will gut you. And that's when Weasel put his picture up, and they ripped. I'm not gonna show his face. His picture's on the other side. He left it to see what the Bigfoots would do, and they tore his photo in half, and then they stopped tearing it where his wife started. It's me carrying more garbage out of the woods from him. Wait, why are we back to this again? And we get through all of it. No, we didn't get through all of it. Let's see. Yeah, y'all didn't see. I got way more juicier stuff to show y'all. All right, check this out. I'll show you guys some night vision footage. Oh, yeah. My first Sasquatch picture on trail camera. There's the hand. She stole my trail camera. Took me 3 months to find my trail camera. Took her 3 minutes to get it off the tree. And then took me 3 months to find it. The strap was sticking out of the leaves. Here we go. I try to share these on Messenger, and these won't share. Check this out. This was taken laying in my hammock. That's for my campfire to smoke. Sorry for bouncing around. I'm in a hammock trying to situate myself and trying not to roll it. See how big their eyes are? Oh, that sucks, dude. Really sucks if it was an expensive one. You see, when I move, it moves and starts swaying side to side like it doesn't know where to do. You see it close its eyes and open it too. Oh, dude. I get the ones on eBay that you get for like 2 for $60. I get the best stuff on those, like on the older ones. The newer ones, like I got a newer one that I got at Walmart, and it just absolutely sucks. I hate it. And it takes 4 more batteries than my crappy ones do. Girl, behave differently. That particular, the reason I know that Fala is because of the she was endowed. Okay. And they got more than 2. All right, I think that just started over. Go to the next. Trying to adjust myself. All over the place. Good night, Mr. White. Thank you so much for joining us and staying with us as long as you did. You have a wonderful Squatch-tastic evening, and God bless you. See, I thought I lost it. Like, I didn't know where it went. So I'm like looking around, like, where'd you go? Where'd you go? I wish there was audio on this night vision. Oh, that one just started over. I really wish there was audio on this. But literally, that thing chilled there all night and watched me. Another good trick to try, if you have a recorder, a personal recorder, set your recorder up when you go to bed at night and record yourself while you're sleeping, like snoring and stuff. And then you lay in your hammock and you pretend like you're asleep and you play that audio. Be surprised how close they come to you. They'll come right up to the tree your hammock's tied off on and they'll poke you. Like literally, they'll touch you and then they'll run up the hill and hide to see if they get your attention. Like they're very curious. So this one, this one. All right, so it's almost there. All right. Well, let me get out of this one here. Here you go. Bet you any money. Biggie and CP are probably the only two in here that'll find the baby Sasquatch. Hands, feet. That's a juvenile up in there, hanging on. And something turned my camera. And you get it wasn't raining either, and you get all these blurs. All these cloaking blurs when the camera turned. And where's the other frame from when it was turning? It's all marked up. But there was something cloaked over here. But the best one to see cloaked is right here. You see that? There's its butt, the spine, its elbow coming out, wrapping around, hugging the tree. Its knees are coming up, bound around the tree. There's its head. Ah! What are you? Okay. Interrupting me. You'll see footage here. That's how my trunk used to be loaded up, all survival gear and camping gear. Like literally, that's how my trunk was set up in my car. But my ball joint broke and I could not make a curve and I clipped the retrainer wall and it flipped my car on the side. And then it totaled my car. And because of my seizures, that's how my old site, because I'm a medical marijuana patient, the officer seen my card and he ordered me to do a DUI test. I told him I had injuries because I had a rotated pelvis. Here's the thing we did too, apples on sticks, so the deer don't get them. But he found out I had the card for seizures and his whole demeanor changed. He demanded a test and I told him I couldn't stand on that leg. I was injured, and he didn't care. And he failed me on my sobriety test because I couldn't stand on my injured leg. And then the EMTs came. He told the EMT I was not in the accident and I was fine and I was going with him. He took me to the hospital and drew blood on me. And then he made me leave the hospital, refused me. He's just Prince. He refused me to be seen at the hospital. He escorted me from the property. And it was like 11 in the morning. I didn't get to go back to the hospital like 6 at night. Found out I had a cracked sternum. I had bruised ribs. I had a severe concussion. I was 2 points away from a brain hemorrhage on my stuff. I had a back injury and I had a rotated pelvis. Here's where I'm getting at when I was asked about why they don't touch the bones. Okay. These bones were laid out. I seen these bones. I took a picture of these bones. I went in the house to eat lunch. I came back. These bones were gone. I came back 2 weeks later where these bones were. There was a mound in their place. Oh, I'm okay, man. It's just they gave me a DUI because in the state of Pennsylvania, even if you have the medical marijuana card, if you test more than 0.001, you automatically get a DUI if it's in your blood. And it's messed up because it's a violation of your Eighth Amendment. If it's prescribed to you by your neurologist and used for a neurology purpose only, and I didn't even use it that day at all. There's the ravine. Here's camp. See, all these purple lines are mine shaft tunnels. That's where these guys live at. That's where these Bigfoots and stuff are living at. They live in these mine shafts. I'm trying to find the entrances so I could get in there with my night vision. I don't want to go inside the mines and do a video. Stupid as it sounds. This guy made a fatal mistake of stealing an apple from a Bigfoot gifting table. There was tufts of hair all the way up in this tree, and I mean high up in this tree. Both front legs here are compound fractures, twisted. They were radial fractured, compound, twisted. The head, that's the head right there. It was squished. Literally, it was squished. And some of the organs, I went up and inspected, some of the organs were actually pulled out through the neck. The ironic thing of this situation right here was this deer's tracks went up to the gifting rock and they kicked up dirt away from the gifting rock, and this was less than 20 yards away from the gifting rock, and this is where that deer's tracks led to, along with a set of Sasquatch tracks. Stole an apple. Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll get my license back eventually. I mean, I already did my stupid things I had to do. But I gotta pay off my fines before I get my license back. And then I had to do all these classes, and they all asked me, like, dude, why are you here? You're medical for that. You shouldn't even have been, I don't know. But this is what I wear in the woods. Flashlight, IR illuminator, PVS 14 night vision. And this here keeps the mosquitoes away. I don't know about Dogman, but I know the Bigfoot play with toys. This is a ghillie that I have for my helmet. See? I left them this He-Man toy and a G.I. Joe. They played with that for over 3 months. This is an old bunker I made. They stole my surveillance post. They took every stick out of here. You can stand up in here. They took every single stick, not only from here, but from the ground all over there. They cleaned every stick out of that area. And AA, they made me go to. They made me go to AA, and I wasn't even allowed to talk. I was like, I'm here because I'm a medical marijuana patient, and they yelled at me. They're like, you don't belong here. I'm like, hey, I was told to come here. But this was surveillance so I could watch over the hill with my night vision. And they took every single stick in the area. See, this is how it looked from the outside. And they took it all down the hill. It took me hours to build this. That was my lookout post. And they stole my post. Yeah, that's what it looked like in video form. If you put the pictures together and put them in video sequence, that's how it happened. Yeah, they laughed at me too. I'm like, come on now. I ain't even supposed to be here. There's my dog. That's Blue. I've seen Vision, so there's Blue. He's a Kahalua leopard dog. I have his little brother too, but his little brother's a prick. That's not. This is a raccoon. This was actually in my camp, right next to the gifting spot. He stole from the gifting table, and that is literally a footprint in the raccoon. Thank you. But literally, that is a footprint in the raccoon. The raccoon stole from the gifting table, and a Sasquatch stepped on him for it. Night, buddy. Little frog. These are just pictures, you know. This is 3 months after I left the toys for them. They tried to gut it after they broke it to see what was on the inside, but they left this. This is exactly how they were left on the gifting rock. Every time I'd go in the woods, when I'd find these in different areas of the woods, and they would always be side by side. But this particular time, they were on the rock where they were left. This here, this is how serious I am about this stuff. Here's my camp. These green dots are my active sightings that I have had, where I have witnessed a Sasquatch so close they could have reached out and popped my head like a pimple. Okay. These are the routes to the water holes from the area of my camp to where the clean water is that they would choose to use. They wouldn't use this water hole because it's all open. This is enclosed. This is enclosed. They wouldn't use this water hole over here. So, and this yellow is the areas where they push their deer through and do their hunts at. So they set their blinds up. Like literally, they weave blinds out of vines and stuff. And they rearrange the woods and to narrow the herds down and change the way that they move the deer. And that's the routes that they herd them. Like that's how deep I am in on this. Yeah, this is the night vision I use. Or not night vision, my thermal. Forward-looking infrared. This is a condenser microphone. That's another condenser microphone. I had the whole woods rigged up with condenser microphones. For recording. That was a handprint that I casted that just turned out to look like a blob. Do they have? Yes, they do have a name. They call me. They call me. It's stupid. It sounds stupid, but when I actually Googled the name, I always thought it meant apple. I thought they were calling me the apple dude. They call me Humama Oma. I figured Humama would be human. I pieced that together myself. Oma. Good night, Tinkerbell. Thank you for joining. Sweet dreams. Now, the Alma, I thought it meant apple. I Googled it. It's the same across every language but English. It is a person who has a good-hearted spirit who brings nutrition and wisdom. There's Chock-a-Doodle, my kid's toy. I wanted to make shorts with it, but my kids lost it, and then I found it, and now the kids played with it, and I can't find it again. But I want to do cute little stop animation shorts with Chock-a-Doodle to support my fellow channels that I hang with, you know? That was my first t-shirt design. But look, this is the areas I do. It's all country. Cows outnumber people where I do it. It's like a 40. This one here, that's Eye Shine right there. Chaco was underneath of my tarp. It was pouring down rain. I was on the phone with Biggie, and he was just sitting there taking screenshots. He was sitting behind this tree. This is where my tarp was tied off. That's why the square's right here. That's Biggie's screen when we were on the phone. See, there's the edge of my hammock. I was laying in the hammock. She was behind me, watching me. You can watch. You see the two eyes. Wait, let me get this closer. So you can watch it change. You see that it moves. She hid behind a tree. Her eyes up there now. Literally. Oh yeah, here you go. I'll let you guys read for I told you the story. There you go. Straight from the dude's own words. Told you I don't say nothing unless I can back it. You didn't believe. He wanted to debunk my channel. Proved that I was a hoaxer. I don't need to hoax. My daughter drew that for me. She said these were eye shines in the background from the dog bed. She said that's Bigfoot and that's its print. These are Dogman sightings. Oh, I wish he was still. I got 5% battery. Oh, my phone's unplugged. There's the Dogman sightings in Pennsylvania that were actually reported and documented. Now, where I do my stuff is right down in here. You're 23. Where 23 is down by where I'm at. Right on the border between those two counties. Hi, Jess. I am going to have to close out soon because I got 5% battery left on my phone. Look at that weird looking thing. You know where what is, baby. You just smile at me. You know where what is. What, Chock-a-Doodle? Where's Chock-a-Doodle at? This is night vision that you were seeing that footage from. Dude, you're like right there, not behind me, and you're going to type it in the chat rather than just tell me? There's Weasel. Here's all the different types of Bigfoots that they know of. Different classes of them. Bet you didn't know there was that many species. And the kid's Black Star backpack. Thank you for letting me know. All right, this is a species. It's the Bigfoot cousin. They're called the Albot Witch. They top off at 5 feet. They have 5 toes. They have 5 toes. Now, this here is something I totally believe in, the hollow earth concept. If you go on Google Earth, look at Antarctica, you're going to see this big circle that they block off that you're not allowed to see. That's this entrance. There's an entrance at the poles, and there's areas where military would send sonars down, and that sonar never come back. Guarantee you. I know that for a fact. Here's camp. This is how I do it. That's my home in the woods. There's my ghillie suit and all that hanging there. So I like it like that because I can view all my positions. I totally believe in the hollow earth. This is the cemetery in the woods with the Revolutionary War soldiers were, and I took my Tornacosta to. That's what made me a believer of EVP, because this EVP started saying first and last names, and then we were walking around and finding the gravestones. Literally. Names would come up, first and last name, and there was the gravestones with the name on it. I'm like, oh my God. You can't see the lines that good, but purple lines, mine shaft tunnels. And this here was the main entrance to the old mine before it shut down. But then they quit going in here for coal. They shut the main entrance off, and then they started drilling for oil or gas well or whatever it is now. So the reason I know where all these tunnels can join and all that, I just got to find an entrance for me to get into so I could do some underground recording for that's all the property lines. I need to get out of this part because this is nobody's business. I have permission from these people to be on their lands and stuff. It's good to know the property lines. But yeah, these I want to get inside these tunnels with my night vision and record in them. See if I could find their home under there. So there's camp right here. Got a parallel tunnel that runs right along there. And they come in here. Like, I used to go splunking. I used to be one of my things. I used to go in abandoned mines, miles deep. But yeah, these are all mining schematics of the area. That's how, like, if you're going to do something for real, take my advice. If you're going to go into an area and do stuff like this, know your geographics. Look, this is what Pennsylvania looks like. Underground. That is an underground map of Pennsylvania. Ain't that crazy? Those are all underground highways. Mass tunnel systems. But know your areas. Like, I even have all the way down to these maps. To where the coal shelves are underground. Everything. See, my camp is right here. There's a coal shelter under here. There's a coal shelter under here. There's a drop entrance here that's capped off somewhere. You know what I mean? This is how deep I get into the geographics of my areas, because you don't want to be walking around the woods and fall into an open vertical shaft. You know, that would be horrible. And this is where I get my information from for mining, undermining sheets. I get the name of the mine, all the data maps. This is something I made for the Bigfoots. That's actually my armpit hair in there. I went almost a week without showering because I wanted to stink. I took hair from my head, hair from my pits, hair, we'll just say, and I glued it on here because I wanted my pheromones on it. And in this pouch, I put gifts inside there for them. There was raw silver, there was a lighter in there, stuff like that. See, I wanted my scent on it, you know. This was all one gift, all right here. This was gifted at the X. There's that dog man y'all seen already. My backpack. I got Biggie the same backpack. Print. I would have casted it, but that's that sewage runoff. That's that leach bed. It smells like poop. That water. It smells like straight dookie. I ain't trying to cast in that. I don't want to cast it smells like poop. But these are the areas that I do. It's all country, all woods. But here's when that Sasquatch baby. Remember, I showed you the picture. And I said that's the one that grabbed me up, right there. That's what it did to my arm. It pulled me out of my hammock and dragged me over to my speaker and started slamming on my speaker. And it actually broke my speaker. Work. The speaker don't work. But those are his fingerprints on my arm when it pulled me out of my hammock. That's how I learned I had 6 fingers. Is that a crappy way to learn? And this one here, literally, this Sasquatch couldn't have been more than 4 foot tall. It was a baby. And it did that to me with one hand. Gripped me like a rag doll and dragged me like I was nothing. I was going to go live that night, and it freaked me out so bad that something that small had that much strength to manhandle me the way it did. And I got freaked out, and I didn't go live that night. I wasn't feeling it. I was not feeling it that night. I was like, nope. I used to be fat. Yeah, fat belly. I was diabetic. I'm cute in that picture. I don't care what anyone says. I'm a sexy boy, but I'm Jessica's boy toy. So y'all gotta lay off. All right, here we go. Back in the portal. When we was watching a video. Look at this right here. What do you think? Why do you... because I was playing Herman the Worm on the Bluetooth speaker, and they liked that song, and the speaker died. It literally dragged me to my speaker, started beating on it. But look at this: chin, mouth, nose, cheek ridge, eye, nose bridge, eyebrow ridges, elongated forehead. Do you see, guys? When that portal was whipping around doing that thing, when it turned yellow and started flickering, this was going into that yellowish orange flashing. This was entering that flash. The only way you will notice it is if you knew that this clear thing was there, because it's like watching the Predator movies. If you know it's there and you watch that video in the slowest speed, that 0.25, you will literally see that thing going into that light and disappear. It entered. It's this picture right here. Let me see if I can blow it. She said hit this. Yeah. Is this the picture? No, it's not this frame. I thought it was. It's this one. Yeah, there it is right there. Right there. Watch how hard it is to miss this. Biggie found this. Biggie's got some eyes, I'm telling you. Look. Who the hell would know this? And then after this portal was done, they broke this part off to shorten it. Like, if you see my latest pictures of this, they broke it about right here off. And then down here, they broke this off too. They shortened it. But right there it is, there it is, there it is. Right here. See it? When it started flickering, if you watch the video in slow motion, on them frames, that thing went into this light. This clear being. And you just looking at the picture, you'd never notice it. It's like looking at the Predator in the movies. Straight up. Here's a structure. What's ironic, they had the same pattern on the ground. Biggie told me to lay a stick across, so I did. Next time I came back, they added this crossway on there to match up to what I did on the ground. I thought that was cool. I seen in my Facebook Squatch Topic chat, Miss Heather put a balance beam picture, and here's the one we have. They sit up here and watch the house. Literally, they'll sit up on this, and they watch the house. They look right in your windows from there. Yikes. Yikes. Protected by Mama Bear Claw. Broken arrow. Peace. Connor the King. Hello. We reviewed the trailcam. I was just looking through pictures. Here's the other still shot from that video we seen earlier. Something coming out of that dark mass. So I got some interesting stuff going on here. It's like Skinwalker Ranch in Pennsylvania. That's what Biggie compares it to. He keeps telling me to watch Skinwalker Ranch, and I'm like, nah, I don't watch TV. I watch Mr. Ballin. And then I started watching Skinwalker Ranch. Check this out. I did this the one time. These are all motion activated. I figured I'd crawl on my belly as recon, and then if something would come in on me, it would catch them. Become your fear. I fear the Wendigo. That's when I'm grabbing. Here's that cloaker in the tree. There's the original. See, the camera was moved. And then that's where I got this one right here. This was made for me by Squatch B. This is Australian oak, and I'll tell you, that bad boy's strong. Let a coyote come up on me in the woods and try to nip me in the bum. I'll thump him over the head. Boop. Let me check my battery on my phone. Still at 5%. I'm going to have to get off here in a minute. Like, for real. Measuring prints and angles and directions. Let's see. You can tell I've been doing this for a long time. I have so much backed up data. Like, my phone is so bogged down because of all the photos that I have in it. Like, that's a turd. Like, my phone is so bogged down that there's a structure right there. It's a double up X. That I'm at 30.5% out of 32. What was that? Nothing. That's me right there. Oh, you can't even see that. Right there in the corner. I showed this picture before. Someone's like, oh, there's something tree picking. I'm like, no, that's me. There's me again. Look how big the structure is compared to me. All right, 99, Naz. I want to show you something unique about this picture. Oh, wait, it won't let me. It don't have that option on this one. Crap. Look. Will it show? Oh, you can't see it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I hope your eyes are good. Look. Right here. He's cloaked. He was standing right there. You can see both eyes. See the shape of the head coming down to the nape of the neck? That Sasquatch was standing right there next to him. That structure when I was approaching it, I didn't even see him there. This was left on the ground like a type of glyph. It looks like it says PA almost, which I thought was funny. But then a guy that I speak to named Dan Dodson got the same exact glyph on the ground in his location in New York. Yeah, you can see it better on this one. Here. Will you let me blow you up? Will you let me blow you up? No. No, you're gonna be a Hoosier, huh? Right here. I hope you can see it. Can you guys see that right there where my mouse is pointing? Can you see that face in there? I hope. I'm gonna get off here soon too. Me and my wife has this thing where we like to watch Mr. Ballin at night together. He's got some awesome stories. You gotta check his channel out if you haven't. These are bundles of sticks they always gift me. They always leave me dry bundles of sticks. I think it's because they want me to build a fire and stay down there. Here we go. I outlined it on this picture. Topic, blah, blah, blah. Western Paris, crappy cast, I broke. If you're watching my videos, white means night vision. Gray means it's a trail cam video. Just so y'all know. Yeah. This is the type of stuff I got. Night, night, John P. God bless you, buddy. You take care. I'm about to wrap this up soon, too. My wife did this for me last year. That was my birthday cake. Big Black. All right. Now we're caught up. We are caught up. So, hey, guys, a lot of people are getting tired and whatnot. I don't know what time it is. Personally, I don't care. I'm not tired. I want to watch TV with my wife before she gets tired. So, I'm going to go spend some quality time with my beautiful wife. I'm done with the Sasquatch stuff for tonight. I can only do so much for one night. You know what I mean? Many blessings to you too, John P. God bless you. And thank you so much for joining. And honestly, I've only been up here for a year and a half sharing my data, all you people who came in here to give me the chance to look at my data at least, sometimes, you see a new channel, I'll be like, I ain't looking at that. I'm grateful that you guys gave me the chance to look at my data and give me the chance. And I'm grateful for you subscribing. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're new to my channel, when I am live, do not hit the super chat button. Don't donate to me. I'm not here for your money. I don't want handouts. I'm here. The only reason I'm monetized is for copyright. That's it. That's why I'm monetized. I want copyright. I don't want your guys' money. If I need something, I'll save up and I'll pay for it myself. Okay? I just want to keep that clear with everybody. I'm no grifter. I'm just here to share my knowledge and show you guys what's really out there. And that way you can compare data, and also it can help you tell the difference between what's real and what's not out there. Because there's a lot of AI going on. There's a lot of fake stuff. And it's hard to tell the difference anymore. People are getting good at that crap. So, Sasquatch, I'm glad we shot to open up. Oh, definitely, man. And like I said, you guys are welcome here anytime. This is a troll-free zone. A troll comes in here, I boot them. Simple as that. None of that crap. Safe zone. But on that note, I'm going to go spend some time with my wife, and I hear one of my kids still up, too. Yeah, I hear my daughter. She's got school tomorrow. All right, good night to everybody here. I'm not going to sit there and just bust off names left and right, because it's not going to be fair if I miss somebody. So I'm going to say, love you all. Love, peace, and squash grease. Know what I mean? So, at this time, Spidey Squatch is out.